that's found naturally in your body. It produces it in the Mediterranean diet, that when taken in concentrated amounts, it will actually make you feel fuller and boost your metabolism.
I've lost about 10 pounds so far.
It's amazing.
It really is cool.
A company said, we can take this to market and make this great product that'll help you. It's called Riduzone, RIDUZone.com, RIDUZone.com. It's Brad's worked. It's worked for Brad's, worked for me, countless other people. Go to Riduzone.com and try today. You're going to love it. Riduzone.com. Remember that, RIDUZone.com.
MoJo 50. The question isn't who's going to let us. The question is who's going to stop us. The mothership has landed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. It's Friday. Not a day too soon. Deep breath. And hit it, Ron. Come on, sing it.
That's the road.
Don't sing it, everybody.
Good loving. Got a truckload.
That's right. What you got?
You got something.
Uh-huh.
So don't worry, 'cause I'm coming.
Oh, yeah.
So mad.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da.
We've done it. We've
I just want to
wished.
sing.
We've wished another
Friday
week of our lives away.
There is no doubt about that.
Why do we keep doing that?
I don't know.
Why do we keep wishing away the weeks of our lives?
I wish I knew.
Pretty soon we'll be dust in the wind.
Oh,
Which
here,
is a different
here we
song.
go.
Yeah. So the BS in Washington has officially started. Well, I say officially started. It is just continuing. This is at the farewell to Rod Rosenstein dinner. This is former Attorney General Jeff Sessions.
Period for your family, but one thing I know for certain, and that is that this family knows and loves Rod, and that has never wavered.
No!
And what I know full well, Rod, is that you fully understood the nature of your responsibility as Deputy Attorney General. And the result that is that we can soon, I hope, get this nation back to work confronting the great challenges of our age.
You know how you can tell it's a heartfelt message from the former Attorney General is the way he has to read the whole damn thing off a piece of paper. Oh, man, Rod, we love you. The love for you is never going to change in this family. We love you. This is why this is why Washington is so frustrating, because it's so phony. Oh, man, we do beautiful dinner we had for Rod Rosenstein, and just, we're going to miss you. Oh, you did such a great job. It's a bunch of crap.
It is a bunch of crap.
And yet the wheels keep spinning. So there's your politics. I'm done with that now. A woman was removed from an Air New Zealand flight after she allegedly refused to watch the safety video.
I don't watch the safety video.
I don't either. Not only do I not watch the safety video, I don't even listen to the flight attendants anymore. I put the headphones on, and I've heard this speech so many times.
I started to say, if you fly more than once a year,
I think I finally mastered the seatbelt. I think I finally mastered. You slide it in. When it clicks, that means it's there. And to release it, you just lift up on the tab. Did I get that right?
Look, the important one is put your mask on first.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
There you go.
You can't help anybody else if you don't help yourself first.
When it drops down, you give it a tug. You put yours on first, then you put on your...
You give it a little tug. Remember, that bag may not inflate, so don't panic. According to the reports from the several different outlets, the woman had boarded a flight to Auckland at Wellington Airport. She took her seat. She allegedly would not watch the safety demonstration on board. This woman is a rebel.
How many people were on the plane that they spotted her not looking at the TV?
That's a good question. She was removed for failing to comply with instruction, and the police were called to meet the passenger at the airport. Police were requested to meet a passenger at Wellington Airport today after she failed to comply with crew instructions. A fellow passenger reportedly told the Herald that the airline should make the safety videos more engaging if they want passengers to watch. Just make a short video that's compulsory to watch. Let people know if they don't watch the video, police will come and take them away. You did not watch the safety video. You shall be removed from the airplane now. I never watched the damn thing. Never tell. And besides, even if you watch the whole thing, and the case in point is the Russian jet that went off that caught on fire. Did anybody follow No,
they started pulling their luggage out of it.
Yes. So nobody watches the damn. They don't listen to them anyway.
Look, if you've flown American Airlines in the last year and a half,
100 years.
No, what I'm saying is they've got this new video-based training.
Oh, is that
the weirdest one I've ever seen?
The mirrors and everything.
Yeah.
I know, it is kind of strange, but it made you watch, didn't it?
I guess.
It made you watch.
At least the first time.
Because usually these things are dull as hell. It's, there will be pathway lighting on the floor, follow that to the... Generally, if you just follow
got to point correctly. You got to...
Yes, both fingers in this way and... Follow the screams. That's generally where you're going to find the exit. People screaming as they jump out of the burning airplane. I mean, nobody ever wants to. And then, of course, they give you in the unlikely event of a water evacuation between here and Nebraska. A pilot's got to be a pretty damn good aim if you're going to end up with a water evacuation between here and Nebraska. That is talent right there. So, yeah, try making the damn videos a little bit more entertaining, and maybe people will pay attention, but I wouldn't count on it.
I wouldn't either.
And by the way, that whole thing about turning off your cell phone, that's crap. It doesn't interfere with a plane's navigational system.
When I was flying those little Cessna 172s that had the glass cockpits in them, which was like two computer screens in front of you, my headphones had a Bluetooth in them so I could make phone calls.
Yes! That is the biggest bunch of hooey in the world. I sat on a flight. I can't remember where I was going. A pilot sat next to me. He was just jumping a flight. And he had his phone on the whole time. Of course, the flight attendants came by, and they didn't say a damn thing to him. He kept his phone. And I said, okay, this whole thing with the phones, he says it's crap. I said, okay, I just wanted to make sure.
How many times have you accidentally left your phone?
If it was a matter of life and death, they would frisk you and make sure,
absolutely.
and then they put them all in a plastic bin, and you wouldn't have it. But no, that's just I don't know what what I think it stems back to. Remember back in the old days? By old days, I mean 5-6 years ago. When you get a message, you could always hear it with, like, if you had a radio or something on, you hear that on the radio.
The buzz,
little crosstalk.
That's right.
But that doesn't even happen.
That
anymore.
don't even happen anymore.
No, so
that's because it's digital now.
Yes. So try updating your damn policies, airlines, and then we might pay attention. And quit screwing us out of seats that recline. And bring back the dinners. And how about some good snacks? They got crap for snacks anymore. And then they bitch that we won't watch their stupid videos.
Back in the early 2000s, I used to fly around a lot. And man, we would get meals and...
Yes. It was back when...
It was great. Back when your money bought you something.
Right? And do you remember dressing up to go to the airport?
I do not.
Oh. Yeah, I was the only one who did that. It used to be you would... I mean, now I'm lucky if I'm clothed when I get on an airplane. But it used to be you wear nice clothes.
You wear nice clothes to fly, yeah.
Not anymore.
Suit and tie, but that was back in the day when everybody wore a suit and tie and a cap, fedora or something every day.
Yeah.
That was the 50s, 60s, dude.
Even the 70s, you dressed up a little bit.
Really?
To get on a plane, yeah. You're not that. What do you? Yeah, you're not that old.
I mean, you're as old as I am. In the 70s.
Oh, you didn't?
No, the first time I flew in a airliner was 1984.
Wow.
Yeah, when I was leaving to go to basic training.
Wow, look at you.
Yep, I was 18.
That's the first time you've been on a plane?
It was the first time I was on an airliner. I flew with my dad in the little Cessnas back when I was real young. But
you just said, how is this thing going to get off the ground?
No.
It is always amazing when you see those big old airplanes get off it's just stunning.
They're so big, they look like they're going too slow to lift off.
Yeah, but they always do. Well, most of the time. Speaking of boats, all the stuff that's coming over from China on a boat is now subject to tariffs. The big
Oh,
tariff.
well, yeah, it is. I thought you were talking about, but you're right. They did block the Iranian ship.
No, this is the Chinese.
This is the Chinese.
All of our unnecessary plastic objects on boats coming from China will now have, instead of a 10% tariff, a 25% tariff. They raised duties on $200 billion worth of Chinese imports. The
they just couldn't come to an agreement last night, I guess.
The president's playing hardball. I'll give him, we'll see what happens. I've got to do something. We don't make anything.
Right.
China makes everything. And I know it hurts, and I know that we'll end up paying for the tariffs. I get it. They pass it on down to us. But got to do something, don't we? Or do we? Or do we just say, screw it, we're just not going to make anything anymore? We're going to just...
Well, look, everything you can get from China is about half the price you can get it over here. Now, the big thing, though, that I've noticed, especially if you used like Geek.com or Wish.com, is that it's non-tested. In other words, it doesn't meet the requirements of what...
It may or may not work.
It may or may not work. That's right.
That's what every end-user license agreement in software says. If you read it, it says that this is going to take X number of minutes to install, and when it installs, it may or may not work. But that's tough.
Yeah.
So, we've got to do something. And if the president has more experience making deals than I do, and I figure he might know something. He may be wrong on this thing, but you got to do something. And look at the history of tariffs and where they have. Okay, I got you. Well, let's just find out. I guess time will tell. Some of the products that will be affected by the tariffs, and these are biggies. So hold on to your hat if you're wearing one. This is according to BuzzFeed. I thought this is the weirdest.
Speaking of hats.
The nice hat that I have on.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I look like a damn corporate shill today, by the way.
For Odyssey Radio.
Yes, I've got the hat, the shirt, the coffee mug.
Thanks, Russ, for sending us the hats.
I am a whore. You give me at least I admit it. You give me a mug.
Right. I am a marketing media whore.
Yep. I proudly wear this stuff. So go to odyssey1.com, ODYSY1.com. And I'll tell you an idea we have for that coming up. But,
yeah.
All right, so these 12 items, which I think are kind of random, that will be affected by the tariffs, tool sets.
Yeah. Do those come out of China?
Yeah. Oh, good grief, yeah. Tool sets.
That's my go-to Christmas gift right there.
Yes, my friend Linda Lyday had she was my co-host on the Do It Yourself Network on Talk to DIY Home Improvement, and she came out with her own line of tools, and she made them had them made in China, and she says she would go over there and she'd walk through the factory and tell me I want this color and this and the blah blah blah. And she says it is amazing, the factories over there. She says you walk into them and they're, number one, they're spotless and they're huge.
Oh, yeah.
You can have anything made, as evidenced here. And you know what? They ain't paying $15 an hour, I'll tell you that. So tool sets are going to be affected. The second thing that will be affected, and this should rattle your shoes, Bluetooth transmitters.
Like the earphones.
I guess.
Or... Well,
that's not a transmitter. That's a receiver. Well, I guess it would be
Bluetooth would be. Yeah.
So Bluetooth transmitters will be thermostats.
What?
Thermostats are going to be impacted by the tariffs. This is a pretty hard hitting list. I don't know if they just couldn't find anything that anybody gave a crap about. But I mean, I'm sure you got up this morning. You were concerned about the price of thermostats in the country.
Well,
and
it's entirely possible that my Nest thermostat was built in China, but I'm not certain about that.
Oh, Google's spying on you and all that. Mini refrigerators are going to be affected by the tariffs.
No.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Here's another one. This will blow you away. Sit down if you're not. And if you're driving, you might want to pull over. Christmas lights will be affected by the tariffs.
Christmas lights.
I mean, that's enough right there. I think we should go protest the president today. Which, by the way, I think Christmas lights are already on sale at Sears.
Oh, they probably are.
Is Sears still in business? Yeah,
Home Depot.
Yeah. Ice makers will also be affected by the tariffs.
Does it say how they're affected, meaning that it will cost us more to buy these things?
Oh, yes, I'm sure.
I would think that's what it is.
Flash drives will be affected by the tariffs that the president has set in motion and took effect today. Another one you may want to pull over for because this is a matter of literally of life and death for your fish. Fish tank filters will be affected by the tariffs.
No.
I know. See, these are the things that the...
No. This next one.
I know.
I can run through. I buy those AA and AAA batteries by the 30s in the case.
You buy the D cells. I know.
I do not buy the D cells. By the way, it's C. Anyways,
right.
The batteries are being affected. Well, that sucks.
Yep, batteries will be affected. Oh, another one. Remote controls are going to be affected by the tariffs, according to BuzzFeed News.
I control my TV through my phone anyway.
Do you really? Yeah. Can you not just talk to your TV?
Yeah, you can.
Oh,
yeah.
I can't talk to mine. Drinking water coolers and dispensers will be affected by the tariffs. Air purifiers will also be affected by the tariffs. So,
wow.
So these are the hard-hitting ways that the tariffs that went into effect today with China and our agreement there with them, that's the ways that they will affect your life. I have more bad news for you, I'm afraid. A gut bacteria transplant may not help you lose weight. This is the first bad news I've seen from gut bacteria.
Didn't we talk about it a couple of days ago that it would?
No, that it would not that it would help you lose weight.
Oh, no, that it'll help you be less stressful.
This is a transplant, a preliminary study. Obese people got either capsules containing not butt microbes. That's a completely different study. From a lean person or placebo pills, microbes from the lean donor took hold in the guts of the obese patients, but early results suggest bacteria didn't change the volunteers' weight or levels of a hormone that helps signal
That's because, Brad, the volunteer didn't shut their mouth and stop putting stuff in it.
Oh, there's that. And if they felt bloated and they had abdominal discomfort or those explosive bouts of diarrhea, though the gut bacteria didn't help there either, that's because they needed to go to lovemytummy.com. Body inflammation, and this is when Dr. Ken was in here. He didn't come into the show this week. Do you think he's mad at me?
No.
I hope he's not mad at me. Is he mad at me? Because
he wasn't in your show?
He's dreamy. I mean, he talked to me last week.
He was here like an hour and a half early.
I know. Why didn't he talk to me yesterday? He didn't talk to me at all. Do you think he's mad at me? I think he's mad at me.
I don't know.
Dr. Ken was here.
He was on Matt's show.
Fine. Could he get a word in edgeways?
He's like,
no.
Fine. Could he get a word in edgeways?
No, go ahead, Dr. Ken. You be on Matt's show.
No, Matt was talking about having started Atrantil on Monday this week and lost 3 pounds before yesterday.
Wow.
Just by taking that. Yeah.
It is it's amazing what Love My Tummy, if you go to Love, and I'm telling you, Dr. Ken's sister there, right there on the front page of, if you go to lovemytummy.com/mojo, by the way.
Did he say that was his sister?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, she's hot, right? I know. Except for the pants. She could do for some different pants. I'm not really sure why she decided to go with those pants, but hey, whatever. So if you haven't seen her, or if you haven't found out about Atrantil, go to lovemytummy.com/mojo. You get a special discount offer. 3 bottles of it for $99. You save $21.
Jamie Christopher started hers on Monday. Jamie, let us know how it goes.
It's we're going to find out that gut bacteria plays a huge role in a whole lot more than we know of.
Dr. Ken talks about the polyphenols being the key here. So that's good. I may have to start that and see how.
I'm telling you, well, you better check with your doctor. You don't want your gout flaring up.
It's not my gout. It's my heart. It's my blood pressure.
Whatever. You don't want. Do you want your gout to flare up?
Okay, I'm falling apart.
You don't want your gout to flare up. You carry around the green flask.
What is that?
Don't you remember those commercials where the guys, it's a gout, some for gout commercial. The guy's carrying around the big green flask full of green stuff.
Oh, no, I don't do that.
So you sure you have gout? Because if you don't have the big flask full of green stuff, I'm not sure you have gout.
No, what is it? It's like a cherry, dark cherry or hard cherry or something I take every day.
It is. I don't know which bell. One of them. We'll just give it a go.
Cover the whole base.
Yeah, it'll give Leprechaun something to do as he's picking on the bell count. But when I was looking at the list of things that were affected by the tariffs, naturally I found myself wandering down the other list road, and this is a list of things that will soon disappear forever. along with 7 things that they say refuse to die. And this is from Kiplinger.
And was that a strip center picture or what was that?
Yeah, strip mall.
Strip mall?
Yeah. Oh, no, excuse me. It was a Blockbuster video store.
Oh, Blockbuster.
Keys.
Yes.
Keys will soon disappear. How many keys do you carry with you? You carry a bunch of keys.
I actually carry 4 keys. I carry 1 to my motorcycle,
Yeah.
1 to my car, and which I didn't used to have when I had the Prius.
Why do you carry a key to your motorcycle?
Just because I have it on my key ring.
You know, if you lose your keys, you're going to lose the key to your motorcycle.
Actually, I can start my motorcycle with the key, the round key fob that I don't carry.
Then why do you carry the key to your motorcycle?
I don't know.
See,
I carry a key to the doors here, and I carry a key to my inside garage door because my front door doesn't require a key.
I don't even have a key to the house. I have a key to the truck. That's it, and keep the other key to this place.
Do you guys use electronic locks at home too?
I use magic.
Magic.
I just think it and it opens. Keys will be disappearing, they say, but they say that the more keys you have, the more complicated your life is. So I would recommend, Ron, getting rid of that motorcycle key. Just as few keys as you can be carrying.
I'm sure that'll solve all my problems.
It'll help your gout, and you'll get better looking.
Well, there's that.
Yeah, maybe. Blackouts are a thing of the past. I don't know how blackouts are going to be a thing of the past, but they say
not if Dr. Peter Vincent Pry's knowledge of EMPs.
Oh, yeah. Well, that'd be a permanent blackout if that happened. They say that the smart grid improvements to our system and the rapidly expanding use of solar energy in homes and businesses. Solar energy, I wouldn't call it rapidly expanding. Have you ever had...
Do you know, in my subdivision of about 100 houses and the one across the street, probably a quarter of them have the stuff on the roof.
Stuff on the roof. You mean the solar panels? For
yeah.
electricity or for heating the water?
Honestly, I don't know. But I guess the conversation I had with a guy about them one day is that you can actually store that energy and put it back in the grid.
Yeah.
And
if you've got enough of the panels up there, yeah.
You can make an ROI on it.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to cost, well, here's the problem, is it's going to take you a few years because installing
I think it's probably a 10-year.
Right. So if you need to plan to stay in your house for the next 10 years. Now, when I moved to Nashville in 1989, the house that we bought there had solar panels on the roof to heat the water, which I thought was kind of cool. Of course, it had been installed like 2 years before because I think that was on some sort of energy tax credit you got for installing solar panels on your roof. And when I went to have them repaired because they leaked, there were no solar companies in business who could actually work on them. See, that's the problem, is that the companies that you have put this stuff on, if they're not around in the next few years, then you're hosed.
And you have to have a certain amount of square footage on your roof available for these things. They're not inexpensive.
And they're not terribly attractive.
That's correct.
And they've tried going down the solar shingle route in the past.
Right.
None of that technology has so far worked out. It's just too expensive on the front end to get any kind of, to make it efficient enough. Fast food workers will soon be a thing of the past, and quite frankly, I think they've caused their own extinction.
You walk into almost any McDonald's now, and there are 4 or 5 of those
the kiosk
kiosks. You bet.
Yes. Yeah, you don't have to, the little robot behind the counter is going to be giving you your food.
Yeah.
The trucks will one day just pull up to a McDonald's, dump all the stuff outside, and robots will pick it up, make it, and serve it to you. And then Skynet.
I want a Star Trek replicator to replicate anything I ask for. Wouldn't that be cool?
Is that possible?
I don't think it is.
Why? You think that attitude didn't get us to the moon, did it?
There is that.
That attitude didn't get us to the skies with Orville and Wilbur. Did it? No.
If you walk up to a replicator and go, make me a sandwich.
Yeah.
And you turn into a sandwich. That would be the
ta-da. Wow, that was a dad joke. We'll continue the list in a second, but first there is an extraordinary alien form of super hot ice that scientists have created.
I'm sorry, super hot ice?
It exists at incredibly hot temperatures around 5,000 degrees Fahrenheit. and 4 million times greater the pressure, the atmospheric pressure than exists here on Earth.
Whoa.
That's some hot ice. That is really hot ice. Or you could just go get a cat cooler, and it'll keep your ice cold.
So you don't have hot ice.
Right. So you don't have ice. You got cold ice. Go to catcoolers.com. Pick your favorite. You can get all the different colors. You can get a million different colors as long as they are yellow, black, white, or camouflage. They are very cool. Check out the blue collar ones, too. Use promo code Brandon. You'll get 10% off. The summertime's coming. Get yourself a cooler if you're in the market for a new one at catcoolers.com. Promo code Brandon. Your Daily Mojo continues for Friday in mere minutes.
Happily promoting the 4 F's: freedom, faith, free markets, and fun. MoJo 50.
I'm Michael Pelka from PureOpelka.com. Here's your 2-minute drill. Well, I've been looking at the list of Democratic candidates. There's 22 of them. And I'm thinking only one can succeed and become the nominee and probably will not become the president. But what are they going to do after that? Mayor Pete Buttigieg can probably stay Mayor Pete, and Cory Booker can probably stay in the Senate, and Marianne Williamson can probably continue to do those airy-fairy things that she does. But what about Bernie Sanders? What can Bernie do? I know. Bernie can become a Washington, D.C. tour guide. He's already got the banter down. Think of what he would sound like in front of a group of high school seniors.
I'm standing right now outside of the National Archive where the Constitution of the United States, the original Constitution, is housed. To my left is Capitol Hill, where obviously the House of Representatives and the Senate and the Supreme Court are located. And on my right up Pennsylvania Avenue is where the White House is. Now, as you all know, the founders of our country drafted a constitution which brilliantly created a separation of powers. The Congress has its authority, the president has his responsibilities, and so does the judiciary. Nobody, not the Attorney General of the United States, not the President of the United States, is above the law. The Constitution must be respected and must be protected.
Good job, Senator. Now take AOC on your tour and teach her all of that. Testudo, my friends. Testudo.
Mike Opalka's 2-minute drill is powered by MoJoWildRice.com. Their wild rice is a superfood, gluten, sodium, fat, and cholesterol-free, yet high in fiber, protein, zinc, phosphorus, and trace minerals. But you're going to love it because it's delicious. MoJoWildRice.com. MoJoWildRice.com.
The Daily Mojo.
All right, get your communiques in. Use the hashtag what I learned today. Stinky, I completely agree. I taint. Real Ron Phillips said that. And yeah, did you know you said that? You just like...
I said I taint?
I taint, and I thought I didn't know what it meant either, so...
When did I say that?
A little while ago. It's past 7...
I probably said I ain't.
Mm-hmm. It came out I taint.
I taint.
Asking for a friend. Jack Hole says, I'm off work today. Is it too early to start drinking?
No.
That's an easy one.
You can't drink all day?
If you don't start in the morning.
Yep.
The Pickled Squirrel keyless entry is all well and good until you're standing outside your hotel room all buttered up and cursing the lock that won't open with your phone.
I may or may not have experienced this.
I, in Chicago, years and years ago, had to go to the front desk and, their towels really aren't that big. And when you go, yeah, I was wearing a towel. It's like
you got locked out of your room.
I did.
Wearing a towel.
Yep.
Why were you outside your room in the first place?
Sorry,
wearing a towel.
Those records are sealed. There is no photographic evidence. So, Big Pharma Steve, my wife took a week off vacation. That means I'm going to be missing a week of listening to Mojo 50 radio.
Why?
That's a stupid excuse.
That is the wrong answer. If your wife takes off a week for vacation,
you should be twice.
Make her listen to us too.
I don't know. I'm disappointed in you, Big Pharma Steve. That obviously he's been drinking. Zippy the Jackhole Monkey. The more keys you have, the more complicated your life. Yes, and he included a picture of his keys.
How many has he got on his key ring?
A lot, and probably half of them he doesn't know what they go to. Get rid of them. Throw them away. Burn those keys. Toby McAvoy, I don't know what one of my keys goes to. Perhaps it's to my parents' house in Southwest Ohio. That house was sold 5 years ago. Still can't throw away that key. Okay, so do you ever do that? You go through a drawer and it's probably the kitchen
snap.
drawer.
I got a key. I don't know what it goes to.
But you don't want to throw it away, do you? Because
as soon as I throw it, the minute I throw it away,
you'll find out what it was too. But
my mom will call and say, "Can you come get in my house?" And
yes,
that would have been the key.
There's a whole ring of keys on one of the hooks at the house that I have no idea what they're to. But it's like, oh man, should I throw? I don't know. Moved out of the house in Nashville and finally threw away, I don't know, 20, 25 keys. No idea what they went to.
Hey, have a key to a storage building, and guess what? You'll never find it.
It's true.
Every time I want to get in the storage building, I have to go freaking. That's what I hate most about going out there.
That's why you need
looking for the damn keys.
You just put the electronic locks on them, and you're good to go. So continuing the list of things that'll be gone in the near future, like within the next decade, according to Kiplinger, the clutch pedal.
Clutch pedal.
And not many
people can drive a standard.
No. Did you learn how to? Who taught you how to drive a stick shift?
My dad. That was the first car I had.
And did he take you off the side of the road, kind of put you in the ditch, and say not to climb out of it?
No. I mean, I learned to drive it on regular roads, but where you really learn to drive a standard with a clutch pedal is on an incline at a stop sign.
Yes.
You learn to ride that clutch.
Yeah. Well, and it's kind of like being on a motorcycle on a hill.
Oh, yeah. And you just don't want to roll backwards.
No, and that's just the thing. When you're going up, it's like, oh. My brother taught me how to drive a stick shift, and that was one of the things he did. He said, all right, pull over here, got down the ditch on the side of the road. Now climb out of it with using the clutch.
I think I probably jarred my dad's false teeth out of his head when I was trying to learn.
Well, you won't have to worry about that much more. The decline of the manual transmission has been decades in the making. Two factors are attributed to its demise. Number one, automatics are getting more efficient. And number two, even like Porsches with that usually you would get with a stick shift.
Come on, Brad. They'll never go away. I mean, they may stop making them, but they'll never go away. There are too many car guys out there who like to pop the clutch.
Yeah, no, they'll never they'll never totally go. But you can manually shift your vehicle now.
You can in most cases, but you can't pop the clutch.
You know what you can't do? Okay, so in all of these the modern cars, anything probably from 2000 up, maybe.
What?
Try this and let me know if it works. So if you're going down the freeway at like 65 miles an hour, what happens if you throw your transmission in reverse?
Honestly, I don't think anything happens nowadays.
I don't either. I think that somebody, because I can't remember if I almost did
I accidentally threw the Prius in reverse once.
And it didn't do anything,
It didn't do anything.
Yeah, I think they're smart enough now.
You get all kinds of alarms and stuff, but it didn't do anything.
Take it out of reverse. Out of reverse. But I think I saw on a YouTube video, my truck, I have a Tundra, and it, I think it just, like you said, I think it goes ding, 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 ding. Because otherwise, the old days,
lock it up.
I had a 67 Firebird, and I rebuilt it, and somehow I got the going down the road. I knocked it into reverse somehow.
Locked
up the rear end, and that was exciting. College textbooks will be gone in the next decade. By the end of the decade, they say digital formats for tablets and e-readers.
Yep.
That'll save so many people's backs.
Matlock will not like that. You know why? Matlock cannot read on a e-reader like that. He has to have the physical book. And Matlock is kind of partial to,
and then he leaves them in bathrooms.
Hard covers.
I used to be. And now in my effort to purge my life of literally everything, it ends up just being a box of stuff you have to carry, and books are heavy.
Heavy. That's great.
God, they're heavy. And as much as I like books, it's all good and well until the power goes out, and then
tablet readers and e-readers are sometimes very distracting to people for whatever reason. I guess because you can do other things on the tablet.
You don't have that tactile feel of the book.
Of the paper. He likes that paper feel.
Yeah, that's because we are. He
said
old.
that on the air several times.
We are old. I should listen to that show. The Kiplinger letter forecasting K through 12 schools won't be far behind. They'll mostly stick with larger computers as their platform of choice.
Right.
Dial-up internet is going away.
Oh, please let that go away. It's not gone already?
Nope. 3%, this is a 2013 statistic, 3% of U.S. households were online via a dial-up connection. I think I saw where it's now.
How many people have ever heard that?
What the hell is that?
The modem connecting.
Uh-huh.
That was back in the days when...
You've got mail.
What?
AOL. That was AOL
You know, these
online.
days I can't imagine sitting through a modem connection and then waiting for that 1200 baud modem to connect and download AOL.
We still do the same thing. We still, when you click on a site and it spins around a while, you're just
I
not.
know, but
you're
it
just
doesn't
not
wait
hearing
forever.
All that. The plow, they say, is going away. Modern farmers have little use for the plow. It provides a deep tillage that turns up too much soil, encouraging erosion because the plow leaves no plant material on the surface to stop wind and rainwater from carrying the soil away.
The plow.
The plow.
Unless you're Amish.
Yes, exactly. Time for a bond raisin. The neighborhood mail collection box.
Why would that go away?
Because no one is, very few people are mailing anything anymore. 57, the amount of mail is down 57% from 2004 to 2015.
Okay, now wait a minute. Back up. That said the neighborhood mailbox.
Yeah, the big,
as opposed to driving to the post office.
The one
and
that looks like
drop
R2D2.
Yeah.
Ish.
No, I've got that.
Yeah, those are going away. I don't remember the last time I saw one of those.
Well, and we don't have any in our town either. And I mean, go to the post office to drop your mail, but you don't even have to go in. It's still got one outside, but there's not one at the local supermarket.
When was the last time you got something important in the mail?
I get bills in the mail all the time.
I said important. And why do you get bills in the mail?
Because Misty doesn't want to do paperless.
Why?
I don't know. It's just her filing capabilities. I don't know.
Think of all the sandwiches she could be making if she wasn't dealing with paper. You need to train her better.
Honey, that was Brad.
I am so. That's not what you told me. You said you were starting the new training regimen next week.
I did not say that.
Oh, it was a week after. Sorry. I used to collect and file away all the bills, every bill in order. I used to balance my checkbook every month.
Yeah.
When was the last time you balanced a checkbook?
It auto balances now. I mean, because I use online platforms.
Right. So, I mean, it's been years.
Yeah.
And even when I still had a check register, there toward the end, I kind of gave up. I hated that.
Yeah. Now, I haven't written in a check register in probably 12, 15 years.
I haven't had a checkbook in.
Don't need one with a debit card most
you really
of the time.
don't.
And you don't need to carry cash around a lot.
No. Nope.
Except my $1.08 tea every morning on my debit card.
It does. Wow.
It's kind of.
There's just one that for whatever reason that is kind of a thing. I shouldn't put this on a debit card. That's stupid to put $1 on a debit card. But why? Why not put $1 on a debit card? Who cares? The incandescent light bulb. I think we all know that story.
Oh yeah.
Well, they said the traditional incandescent light bulb traces its roots back to Thomas Edison, the manufacturer. Blah blah blah. The problem is when we. And I don't like the government telling me what light bulb I can use, but going to the CFLs was a huge mistake. We should have waited for LED technology.
For LED, yeah.
They are so much better than those stupid fluorescent bulbs. And on the top of the list on things that refuse to die, parking meters.
Although they're getting more robotic-like now.
They are, but they'll never go away because it's a revenue source.
Oh, yeah.
They will never, ever go away. Parking meters will be with us until the end of time. There are some, and we saw some of these when we were at SHOT Show, the new guns, the popular new, they're getting smaller. Everything is shrinking. The G48 from Glock is a 9mm. It is basically the size of the G19, tiny. A Glock, when you think about a Glock, generally a Glock is
it's a pretty meaty gun.
Weapon. Yeah, I have a 23, and it's it's a decent sized gun. But the 9mm that they're coming out with for concealed carry are great. The G48 is a slim size. Great, they say, for comfort and concealability, as well as folks who don't care for the thicker double stack models. It features beveled edges, front slide serrations, and a lovely fringe around the top, a very pretty fringe. Now, remember, don't wash the fringe because it will shrink. But if you go, by the way, the suggested retail price on this bad boy, $580.
Yeah.
If you go to Tar River Arms, if you go to treguns.com, you will find the Glock 48 9mm pistol with fixed sights for $448. However,
that's not bad.
No, that's a nice deal on a Glock. However, there are only 2 of them. He only has 2. I'm sure he'd get more, but, I'm going to create a sense of urgency there. That could be the last 2 on Earth. These could be the last 2 Glock 48s. I would get both of them if I were you. By the way, guns are a great investment because when was the last time you saw a gun go down in value? I have that Smith & Wesson 38 special that I have.
Right.
Bought it in 80, I don't know, something, and paid $500, but it's worth at least $600 now. You never, I mean, as long as it's a quality gun, it'll really never go down in value. And you may need it someday. Go to tarriverarms.com and take a look there for the gun that could be. Oh, and don't forget to register to win a free gun, that Smith & Wesson that we're giving away. You can do that at mojo50.com.
Yep, giving that away on May the 24th.
Which is
a Friday.
14 days from today. 2 weeks from today, we'll be giving it away, so get your entry in early. Another on the list of things that refuse to die, cassette tapes. Really? I thought they'd pretty much bit the biggie.
I did too.
Huh. Now, they may be making a comeback, but, like records. I still don't understand the argument that records sound better than CDs, because I don't.
That's a nostalgia thing. It has to, because, records have that static pop.
Yeah.
And CDs were a clean digital, and people just now, they got tired of listening to clean audio, and they want that static pop back.
I want the dirty audio. Give me your dirty audio. And remember, CDs were supposed to be indestructible. When they came out, it was, this is the last format you'll ever need because a nuclear explosion could happen, and all that'll be left are cockroaches and compact discs. Unless you accidentally, rub it across your shirt and scratch it. Because all it took was a little bitty scratch on a CD. Just a tiny little, and bloop, you got the digital skip. Not quite the technology they promised us. Which is another thing, by the way, I'm getting rid of all my CDs. How many? Do you have a bunch of CDs at home?
No. I've digitized everything.
Really? And you got
Not
rid of the
CDs weren't digital, but I digitized it all on the computer.
So
if you have Spotify or Apple Music, there's never a need to buy another CD. You just you get it for free if you pay the subscription fee.
That's right. But there is something about having...
What was that one? What was the subscription plan that you could buy 15 CDs for?
Columbia House.
Oh, snap.
Yes. You got 15, 12 or 15 for like
penny.
$1?
No, it was a penny.
Was it a penny?
Yeah.
And then all you had to do is
buy...
Then
it cost you an arm and a leg after that.
You just buy 3 more albums in the next 4 years for $800 a piece. And, it was great. Yeah, I was a member of that.
The Columbia House Record and Tape Club.
Uh-huh.
That's what I remember.
And I had... Peter Frampton Comes Alive, a Queen, A Night at the Opera. I got that on there. Steve Miller Band.
Steve Miller, yeah. I had a lot of Kiss albums.
Bet you did.
Go back up. I want to talk about this one.
Oh, the fuel?
E85's going away. And I'll tell you this. People who don't understand it, I've got a flex fuel truck, and I've put E85 in it.
Yeah.
You get about 4 miles less per gallon. Especially if you get 16 miles per gallon in my truck,
right?
You get 4 miles less per gallon running E85.
And what? Yeah, so I don't understand. What is the benefit? Is it's corn, right? I mean, that's ethanol.
It's just really high ethanol. But the thing about it is it's usually about, I don't know, 30, 40, 50 cents cheaper per gallon.
Because it doesn't work.
Well, no, it works. It just...
Well, no, it doesn't. If it's giving you worse gas mileage.
It's worse gas mileage, yeah.
And it's probably leaving nasty deposits on your... Yes, leaving nasty deposits in your engine, which that's the thing. You can't see what it's doing to the inside of your engine.
Correct.
So when your engine blows up, it's you don't know what to blame. The penny. Things that refuse to die. Why don't we just get rid of the stupid penny?
Penny.
I was at Goodwill yesterday, and I bought a bowl, and it was $3.22. You want to round up to afford to help? Yeah, sure. Whatever. I gave him whatever the rest of it was for. I don't know what I was helping, but I felt better about myself after I did it. But the penny is just. Why do we do it? Why are we wasting our time?
Because at some point
money?
you're going to need 4 cents for something.
No, you're not. If you just adjust up or down, if they average it out at every store, pennies. They're just they cost more to make than they're worth.
That's a fact.
Most change. Actually, I'm surprised that change in general is probably going to go away.
You know, if I get change in my pocket throughout the day,
Going jingle-lang-a-lingle?
jingle, jangle, jingle, thank you. Every night I take it out of my pocket and throw it in this little jar because I don't want to carry the change around.
Right.
And then about every second week, my jar of money disappears.
And your wife takes it,
and
doesn't
she
she?
takes it
Telling
and
you.
rolls it all up.
You're going to come home one
Takes
day.
it to the bank.
She's going to be gone. She has collected all that money over the years. She's had millions of dollars stashed away in savings, and she's out of there.
Dude, in my life, I've probably filled up 4 or 5 of those 5-gallon water bottles. You know what I'm saying? People used to just drop money in there.
Remember when Sparklets made the glass jugs?
Yeah.
I had one in Nashville. I had it almost full of pennies and had to leave it there because I had no room, literally no room on the truck when we moved. I did not. There had to have been room. No. There was not another place you could put anything.
Brad, have you seen the story of these people being so pissed off at the city or municipality that they pay their tickets in wheelbarrows of pennies?
Yeah, you don't win a lot of friends at City Hall that way.
Oh,
but that would
no,
be,
you
that'd
do
be
not.
Fun to do. And you probably couldn't get that many.
They made his ass stay there until they counted them all. He's like, yes, this is legal tender. You have to take it. And they said, okay, we'll let you know. Have a seat. We'll let you know if it's all here. He's like, what do you mean? Well, you got to stick around for us to count it.
No, I don't. If that's not there, call me and let me know. I paid you. I'm done. Bye. That was an easy one. You probably couldn't get a bank to give you that much change, though.
If they even have it there.
Yeah. So why we still even make change is beyond me. The fax machine has refused to die for whatever reason.
That's because eFax.
But eFax doesn't use a fax machine, does it?
No, I said that's why it's dying.
Right. Well, it's dying because
Take a picture with your phone and email it now.
Well, yeah, and whose bright idea was thermal paper?
That's the worst damn invention ever.
Yes.
Because in about 6 months,
about 6 months, about 6 minutes,
you can't read it anymore. And if it gets hot,
it all
turns black.
Yeah. Another thing that refuses to die, the paper check.
Oh yeah.
Especially
those older people in line in front of you in the grocery store. Can I write this check out?
Oh, and you try not to be all, but you just, you hear the collective.
You'd be like, God bless you. Can I write the damn check for you?
How about I'll pay for your whatever you're buying?
How about write the majority of it before you get up there?
And then, have you noticed it's mostly women who do this. They've got their purse, and so they finish writing the check, and then they've got to close the checkbook.
Yeah,
and snap it
and
then they've got to find it place in the purse. They move this around, that goes here, and then move this around. They got to find their key. It's like a 5-minute process for them just to pick their crap up and leave. They need to have a special line in grocery stores for women.
Not go to the grocery store.
You have a wife. That's what she's for. You send her.
I would never say those words.
You did just before we went on the air.
No, I did not.
Wow, I cannot believe I didn't take you for a liar. I'm so disappointed in you.
Was CB radios next on the list? Is that what that was?
CB radios have refused to die. That's
Breaker 19.
That's because they're
cool.
Know,
what was your CB handle? I know you had one.
I don't know if I remember.
I've had 2 of them. Time Rider. Oh no, I've had 3. My mom gave me one when I was young called Red Dot. Don't ask me. Okay. No, it was because of my initials. And then I went to Time Rider, and then I think I went to Trigger Man.
Trigger. You weren't Iceman?
No, I was never Iceman on the CB.
Breaker. This is Pierce Nipple coming at you. Pierce Nipple, come on back.
Looks like we got us a convoy.
That was a great song. So anyway, those are some things that refuse to die in the world around us. For crying out loud, they just need, some of them just need to go away. The CDC has said now, first of all, I don't know why the CDC is releasing information on how losing weight. Seems to me they should stick to their subject of expertise, which would be disease. I guess that fits into obesity. And they recommend losing weight at a gradual rate of 1 to 2 pounds per week. If you lost a pound or two per week, you could reach a goal of 10 to 15 pounds in 5 weeks. Do the math, or as long as 15 weeks. But the reason you want to lose weight slowly is because it's the arc thing. What goes up comes down, and generally at the same rate of speed. So if you lose weight gradually, that means you've made your lifestyle changes, and you're more likely to keep the weight off over the long run. And I think I'm finally there, Ron. I think I'm finally at the point. I bought fruit.
You're doing away with sugar now.
I'm doing my best. It is a bitch.
It is a bitch.
It's so hard to get off sugar.
Sugar's addictive. Don't get me wrong, but
I lay in the fetal position at home and
I need to get
sleep.
away from sugar myself, but as long as we've got cake back in the kitchen.
I know. I saw you eating that cake the other day. It's like, wow. But
I'm going to do it, Brad. I am. I'm going to do it.
Well, you've heard the stories about how sugar crystals. Doc and I had this conversation a lot about the fact that on a microscopic level, sugar crystals are jagged.
Yeah.
So when you get in your bloodstream, as your blood's moving down the veins and the arteries, those sugar crystals can nick the arteries and veins and cause scar tissue buildup. So sugar is not doing you any favors. But I love it. I just want to curl up in the corner.
It makes things taste so good.
I want to lay there and curl up with sugar and love you. I love you, baby. I love you. But she doesn't love me back. So if you're ready to lose weight, if you want to give it the old college
I just
try.
got a shiver when you did that. You got to stop doing that.
I have that effect. I can't. It is a burden being me some days. RidUZone.com if you want to, if you're ready to do this. I sent Deja a text. I said, I think I'm finally ready to get off my ass, come do yoga.
Oh, I want to see you do that stuff that she does hanging from the ceiling.
Naked?
No.
Why not?
No, not that.
Wow.
No, she does that ribbon. What is it called?
Yes, she does.
You know what I'm talking about.
I sure do.
It's like a curtain.
Uh-huh.
You just wrap yourself in it.
It does not matter what you call it. It looks good. And Le Spa Fit.
She has new poles there, though, for pole dancing. She's going to do pole dancing classes.
That's good exercise. Hell, I'd take a pole dancing class if I thought it would knock some weight. I used to do high impact aerobics.
Okay. And there's a difference, Brad.
Is there? Is there?
High impact aerobics versus you swinging around a pole.
Yes. That takes some stamina. And you see some of these strippers, I mean, if you were to go into a place that had strippers, where they get up there and some of them can go like straight out on the pole. They can do that for that perpendicular
There is no
thing.
possible way you can make this conversation.
No, it really isn't. Don't forget to go to RidUZone if you're ready to not be fat. If you're ready to, it's non-stimulant, it's naturally present, it's the OEA molecule. Go to RidUZone.com. Is that /MoJo? I never remember. I think by now, let's see if you put /MoJo. Yes, if you, RidUZone. I don't know, it's a blank page. So, hell, I don't know if it works or not. But use promo code MoJo and you'll save some money off RidUZone. Stuff does work, but you have to be ready to lose weight. It's not like a magic bullet or anything like that. So make sure that you go there today if you are ready to get it all going. And if you're in this area, Le Spa Fit is the place to go.
Le Spa Fit.
And she comes in and records her show today, right?
I don't know if she's going to do it today or not. Potentially.
Yeah. Possibly.
Hey, Brad, before we move along,
Yes.
let's talk about MoJo 50 TV. We added a new show, and we're adding new shows to MoJo 50 TV every day. So now, beginning at 6 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday, you've got Jermaine Bazzio's Conservative Nation going to be broadcasting on MoJo 50 TV.
Cool.
Yeah.
And Facebook continues to kick us off.
That's exactly right. So MoJo50TV.com or MoJo50.com and click on Watch Live.
Time for our
ladies and gentlemen,
Odyssey Minute.
it's time for the Odyssey Minute.
I kind of like this music. This works.
This one works. Oh, I like that image.
She's kind of hot, too. Is that kind of creepy? That's all right. This is, okay, so this isn't really science. Well, it is science fiction because when you think about it, we've become jaded. Alexa, order condoms.
I turned
Yes.
it down.
Damn it.
I turned it down.
So, Alexa, you can now, and I'm about ready to pull the trigger on this, you can buy smart plugs now.
Oh, yeah. I've got smart plugs.
Have they been out for a while? So am I late to the
Yes.
party?
Oh, yes.
Okay, well.
So I use Google Home, but my shed, my storage building out in the backyard,
Yeah.
I turn all the lights on and fire it all up before I go outside now.
Well, this is, it's odd that you do all that and you still carry keys.
Yeah.
It is weird. So now there are these smart plugs, and I bring this up as part of the Odyssey Minute because we really have become a buttonless society, or we're headed that way because it's computer.
Yeah.
Computer, look up blah, 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 just like on Star Trek.
Yeah.
And with this, with these switches now, you can plug them in outside, and Alexa, turn on my landscape lighting. And
Outside landscape lighting is based on my Google Home as well.
It's really, we have come a long way, baby.
Now,
and
I've got mine set to go on at sunset and off at sunrise, but it's the Christmas lights every year. I put them on one of these.
Do you really?
Yep.
I hate Christmas lights. They're affected by the tariffs.
Yes, they are.
Donald Trump is ruining your life, just so you know.
Yeah, I mean, if you can set your house up, I mean, for me, it was a security thing. I wanted my outside system to be automatic.
Go to odyssey1.com, ODYSY1.com. That's our new platform. It's science fiction Dare to Wonder.
We're going to talk about that in a minute, aren't we?
Are we?
Your show?
Sure, why not? Do it on your Daily MoJo.
This is the seditious, rabble-rousing, liberty-loving, home of fun, entertaining, and compelling talk. MoJo 50.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Against a backdrop of a steep hike in U.S. tariffs on a range of Chinese goods, trade talks between the two economic superpowers pick up again later today.
As trade talks between the United States and China continue this morning, no one is watching more closely than investors. Stock markets around the world have been rattled all week after the United States announced it would raise tariffs on $200 billion of Chinese imports from 10% to 25%.
Correspondent Mike Rossius says the tariff hikes on items including clothing and electronics took effect at midnight. China promising retaliation, saying it deeply regrets having to take necessary countermeasures, but no specifics just yet on what those measures will be. American and South Korean experts say those were short-range missiles test-fired earlier this week by North Korea, and they're said to resemble Russian-made missiles. Uber's next stop, the New York Stock Exchange.
Uber's initial public offering debuts this morning as it hopes to pick up more investors willing to bet on a ride-hailing market full of potential but noticeably lacking in profits. The world's largest ride-hailing service reached a milestone yesterday when it priced its long-awaited IPO at $45 per share. The company now has a market value of $82 billion, 5 times more than Lyft, Uber's chief rival, which went public 6 weeks ago. I'm Matt Small.
Due in court later today, the two suspects in this week's deadly Denver area school shooting. One suspect is 18 years old, the other is 16. The district attorney's office expected to decide whether the younger suspect will be charged as an adult in connection with Tuesday's attack. On Wall Street, stock futures are lower. Dow futures down about 100 points. S&P futures off 14. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go and pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-452-1075. 800-452-1075. That's 800-452-1075. Having an extra supply of food on hand is just smart. Some people call it prepping.
I call it smart. You never know what's going to happen in this world. Go to mypatriotsupply.com. You'll find out a lot of good reasons to have that food and some great prices. mypatriotsupply.com.
Say what you want to say about Cortez. She's not unattractive. Whoopi Goldberg, ugly as dirt. She one ugly woman. She ugly. Whoopi is jealous.
Making radio great again. The Cartel with Nat and Ron. Weekday afternoon. MoJo 50.
If you are trying to quit drinking or doing too many drugs, listen to me. You don't know me and we'll never meet. I had a problem like you once. I drank and used to party a little too much till it got out of control and almost ruined my life. I realized I needed help to fix my problem before it totally destroyed me. If you've tried to fix your drinking and drug problem and you know you can't do it alone, you need to call the National Treatment Advisors. They'll immerse you into a 30-day program to replace your old habits with new habits and totally change your life. And if you have PPO private health insurance, the entire program may be covered. Fix your problem right now before it gets any worse. Get clean. Call now and learn more. 800-296-1252. 800-296-1252. 800-296-1252. 800-296-1252.
If we weren't so bad.
To puppy rape.
I like to cuss.
Do I want to keep my penis?
Cat wants some black titties.
We wouldn't be so good. MoJo 50.
Mothership has landed.
And not surprisingly, the Jackhole Nation is up on their technology. Mojo Jedi says, I turned my house into a smart home, lights, outlets, locks, sprinkler system. The savings are already paying for themselves.
I have been doing that myself.
Yeah, and then when we rebuilt our house, I put a Wi-Fi sprinkler system in. Love it.
Yeah. Oh, man, I love being able to just control
Wi-Fi?
lights in my house with my voice. And I think, according to the people who I know who deal in this kind of thing, pretty much everything's going to be controlled by voice coming up in the future.
Yeah, it'll make it easier for the Nazis to take over.
Yeah,
and you know, people like Google and Amazon, they know this, which is why they've built these little units that listen to you now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not just that. It's ad agencies and everything. They're starting to move everything toward voice.
Alexa, play YMCA. Yes. I just... You're welcome.
I like how you say that, and then Ron has to disappear for a second.
Son of a bitch!
Like he's trying to talk Alexa down. Like
here's a station.
Yes,
that's what
it's
it
recommended
said.
on Amazon Music. Smacking Duck says I can voice control garage and front lights. I also have motion detectors that turn on the lights and alert me by saying there's some hobo in your backyard. That's no hobo. That's Brandon Morse.
Yeah.
Now, do you know that you cannot unlock your house or open your garage door with voice yet?
That makes sense
for security reasons.
Yep.
Yeah. No,
you can lock it
hang
and you can close your garage door, but they don't allow you to open them.
I actually like that. No, I actually like that.
It's for security.
That's stupid.
It may be stupid, and I thought it was stupid.
Okay, first of all, who is not allowing you to do that?
So my
Google?
garage door opener, which I can't remember the brand, but it uses the MyQ garage door open platform.
I have that too.
Which is connected to Nest, but I think that's going away. But in my Nest front door, any of my Nest locks, you can't unlock them with your voice.
Okay, that's...
You actually have to be in the app and press the button.
My garage door has been closed for 3 hours.
Yeah. But you can't open it. You can't open it.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't open it with your voice, like through Google Home.
Well, okay, but they can break a damn window. They can still get into your house, whether they can unlock their door with. I mean, I would rather
disagree.
I would rather have them unlock the door so I don't have to replace the glass. That's just, I mean, you know what it is, just a fight. That's nothing about your safety. That's about the lawsuit that they would incur because somebody would sue because somebody broke into my house with voice activation and Google shouldn't allow that. Blah, blah, blah. Shut up. In parks, opioid abuse is becoming badder and badder.
Those damn toddlers.
Right? Third
and
year
their
in a row.
drug
I
use.
know. My mom. Top third year in a row. It recent statistics by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and other researchers. Blah, 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 higher than. Here's the weird thing, though. The level of opioid abuse in parks is staggeringly high and is actually causing some changes to be made in parks, local and state parks. Employees are training regarding opioid abuse. They're now being required to train for it. From program leaders who may be trained and equipped with Narcan for emergency injections, and summer playground staff who must be alert for opioid hazards in children, to maintenance personnel who clean paths and weed landscape beds and may be exposed to hundreds of discarded needles and paraphernalia. Opioid abuse levels in some parks have grown so high that they literally are causing design changes in the parks to improve sight lines near bathrooms, changing the placement of or removing benches altogether to lessen opportunities for abuse. How does a bench allow you to, that doesn't, unless I'm missing something.
Does it talk you down?
Apparently. That's kind of weird. Installing safety lighting to deter nighttime abuse and identifying the best locations to place large volume vandal-proof sharps containers in outdoor settings, not just in bathrooms. Because let me tell you, if you're going to be in a park, shooting up, make sure you dispose of that needle correctly.
Oh, of course.
And I'm sure that's at the top of your mind when you're shooting up. That's where's that sharps disposal box? Give me a break.
Right now, I'm sorry. MeWe right now is talking about a concept called pornioke. It's where you sing in front of a screen that is currently playing hardcore porn.
That would beg the question, why?
Why not?
I don't like karaoke.
You wouldn't even like karaoke then?
Well, why are you singing karaoke in front of porn? I mean, that doesn't make any sense.
Why
aren't you watching the porn?
Well, because maybe I guess it's a little soundtrack. Who doesn't want to hear "Take My Breath Away" from Top Gun?
Right.
While some girls getting railed.
It doesn't make any sense.
Or like,
why
it's
would you
the end of the world as we know.
Right.
And I feel fine.
As long as you're getting 120 beats per minute. Okay, so this is Ron, guy behind the door, glass, window, wall, whatever you are. I would take a look at this. So there's a sticker on the back of this guy's truck.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Dylan Shane Webb. He has this "I eat a," and then it's all fuzzed out.
Blurred out.
I eat a what? And this is the thing. He got a ticket. Florida man
arrested him.
No, I eat ass. That's what he says. I eat ass.
Is that what it says? So I'm trying to figure out, I eat a what?
No, I eat ass.
I just wonder what he was hoping to accomplish with this.
Okay, and
there are jackholes all over the world isolating my audio now.
I was going to say, can I point out that it took Ron about 3 seconds to figure out what that said?
Come on, you knew what that said.
I didn't know what it said. I'm like, I eat a what?
No.
And then I thought maybe it was a little emoji for an eggplant or something like that.
I eat a penis? Is that what you meant?
Well, yes, I think
somebody's isolating that audio right there.
I think everybody knows what an eggplant emoji is for.
But my question is like, what did he think that he was going to accomplish with this?
Well, it's freedom of speech.
No. Obviously, freedom of speech. I get that. But what did he think that was going to be the end result? Like, he would be on the road, and then like some ladies would pull up next to him and be like, "Sir, I see on the back of your truck that you eat ass. Is this factual?" And he would say to them, "Yes, it is." And they would say,
"Well,
wonderful. Can you meet me at my home?"
Right.
In 15 minutes?
Because I have a donkey in the backyard that needs eating. He was arrested for refusing to remove the sticker on his car.
Uh-huh.
He had all the charges dropped against him, though, on yesterday. He was informed by state prosecutors the evidence against him does not warrant prosecution, and he has a valid defense under the First Amendment.
I mean, he does.
The deputy overstepped his boundaries by asking me to remove the sticker. He said, "I want people to see that police officers are not above the law." The man admitted there are limits to freedom of speech, but said his case does not meet the criteria for being a crime.
Yeah, it would be a crime if he was saying something like, "I eat the ass of, minors," or something like that. But this is one of those times where it's
there's a catchy bumper sticker for you.
Exactly. Like at this point in time, all he's saying is I eat ass, and you could easily say no. I mean donkeys. Like
right?
Yeah, I mean donkeys.
If you're eating the minors, I mean you got to clean all that coal dust off them beforehand.
Get your head off of out of the gutter.
You can't say bomb on an airplane. He says.
Yeah.
Mine is just funny. That's what he said. The deputy then asked Webb how a parent of a small child would explain what those words meant. Webb said that would be up to the parent.
Yeah. No, I kind of agree with the parents in the case of like, dude, come on, man. My kids are going to read that. Why are you being this way? I think it is kind of, he's still a dick.
I don't know.
He's a dick. No. He's a dick.
Why?
Because, dude, I don't want to. My kid would have to read that. And then I would have to sit there and be like, I just want you don't say this word. This is not good.
Driving down 121 on here in beautiful Haltom City, there is the condom billboard, or perhaps the billboard that says "Friends take their friends to the STD clinic." Why? And you've got to have to explain that to a kid.
I mean, that is also factual, but I mean, I would say that that's the context is way different here.
So is it? And
yes,
so
it is, because I can actually
just
describe it as like, well, sometimes people get sick and they have to go, and an STD is a sickness. I don't have to explain to a 4-year-old, like, they know what being sick is.
Right.
But they don't have to understand the details yet. I don't have to explain the details yet.
So you could explain this one away as ass is a burrow. It says right there in the Bible. So maybe this
no,
guy
because
likes
then
to eat
I don't
a
want
burrow.
my kid walking around going ass.
But you'd be okay with them walking around going STD?
They're not going to go around going STD.
Maybe.
I mean, even if they did,
know that.
That at least would be kind of funny. I mean, I mean, so would ass. To be honest with you. But
you're
obviously there's a difference between just going around saying STD and going around and saying ass when you're 4.
Try it. Try walking around.
Being 4?
If you're 4, walk around.
I think it's a little late for me, Brad.
No, it's not. It's never too late. It takes more than 2 months before a new behavior becomes automatic. 66 days to be exact. How long does it take you to form a new habit? Varies according to the person. But I will tell you this, if you don't start trying to change that habit today, you ain't never going to change it. Go to the richsolution.com and become part of the Doc Thompson Healthy Lifestyle Challenge. There's going to be another webinar tomorrow at 2 o'clock Central. I told, and if you were listening yesterday or you listened to the podcast, we had Gwen Rich on. They're basically shadow banning her on Facebook, not getting out the notifications. So communicate amongst yourselves if you are part of the group. Form a social network, if you will. TheRichSolution.com and the home of the Doc Thompson Healthy Lifestyle Challenge.
We've scoured news platforms and agencies around the globe for today's most profound news headlines. Presenting them now, here's Brad Staggs.
Oh! No, it's not. It's not me. It's still him. By the way, I hope to have that changed soon.
Soon. We'll get around. We're running on island time.
If wishes were horses, beggars would ride. Total non sequitur.
That was great.
You got the gist of it.
Yeah. I'm picking up what you put down.
I'm going to run around saying beggars all day. Beggars, ass.
Jen's just cracking me up in the MeWe.
STD.
Jen and MeWe, it's just funny. She's making me laugh.
Sometimes I just think funny things.
I think funny things. All right. Nope. Whoop. Hey, hang on.
Get your cheat sheet.
Get my cheat sheet out here. What's next? Which one? Probably should only use on a Friday. Oh, guess what day it is?
Wow.
Says, I've run out of rhymes. Give me a break. Maybe Chef Patrick will cook me a steak. Something headlines for you. Blah, 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 blah. Something's not true.
Well, there you have it.
Well done.
Yes, you've got the jackholes doing your work for you. Good for you.
Tom Sawyer in this.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Right.
Today's Tom Sawyer. Me. All right. 5 headlines. One of them is false. You have to guess which one it is. Don't cheat. Rondolph. He's not even listening right now.
He's not.
He doesn't even care.
He's moved on.
He doesn't care. Army uses Game of Thrones long night battle as strategy planning exercise.
They won.
They won because they had plot armor. Military strategists in training were asked to take part in a fun exercise. Take over Jon Snow's job as planning the battle against the Night King. According to one Army spokesman, Spokesman, the episode that featured the living versus the dead was rife with strategic mistakes. Trainees were tasked with pointing out and correcting the mistakes. For instance, trainees were asked to point out that the established engagement area was inefficient and did not effectively canalize the enemy so that they could be taken down by direct or indirect fire.
Effectively what the enemy?
Canalize?
Is that legal?
Only in certain states. They were then asked to develop the engagement area to better handle the threat of a ground-based close combat enemy. The other glaring problems were the fated charge of the Dothraki, which strategists labeled a misuse of resources and lives. Putting that squadron forward on the main line of infantry was doctrinally correct, but the Allied commanders did not put it to proper use, screening the Allies' lines and gaining active intelligence on the enemy, said the Army spokesman. Instead, the Dothraki are ordered forward into an attack before the enemy situation is even known. This move, sometimes known as a, quote, custer, predictably ends in the ruin of the Dothraki cavalry.
What's a custer?
20 bucks, same as downtown. Who get chewed up and spat out in unsupported frontal attack. This destruction of the Cav squad leaves the Allied forces without the reconnaissance assets.
Well,
so far, yeah. I would actually like to sit down and talk with a strategist about it. That would be awesome.
Well, the first thing it says you didn't use your dragons to their full potential, so
that was actually another one. Misuse of air support.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you got dragons, use them.
Exactly. Police say no charges for Florida father who asked clerk if he could pawn his infant child.
It's a legitimate question.
So first we have yesterday, if you'll recall, or was it day before yesterday? I don't know. My days are mixed up. But some dude tried to get his wife deported by bribing ICE.
Yes.
Now we have pawning your child off.
Well, it's not like you're selling them. You're pawning them. There's a difference. You can't sell them, but you can pawn. I mean, you're just borrowing money against the kid.
That's true. How much is a kid going for nowadays?
Not nearly enough.
That's what I got. Police in Sarasota, Florida say a 43-year-old father will not face charges after asking a clerk from a local jewelry store if he could pawn his infant child. Sarasota police say the father walked into the A&F Jewelry and Loan store on North Washington Boulevard around 5:15 p.m. on Tuesday, May 7th, with his infant child in a carrier and asked the clerk if he could pawn a baby. The clerk told police he didn't respond, and eventually the man left. While leaving, he reportedly said, "I just need a babysitter for like 2 weeks."
See? You know, okay, I'm going to give this guy kudos for thinking outside the box.
I mean, it's not
not a bad idea.
Not a bad idea, I guess. You know?
If the pawn shop was clean, if they were good people, why not? You're just paying to have them.
Or it's like maybe if they had like childcare, like experts, maybe like not experts, but just people who are willing to look after them.
Yes,
maybe put some toys around the area.
Well, what do you find in pawn shops? You find all kinds of random stuff, and mostly, I mean, you're going to find some toys. So why not?
Yeah, I mean, really, let's face facts. A pawn
where
store.
Your brain is.
A pawn store is really just like two Barney posters away from being a daycare.
That's true. It's true.
So
it's true.
Yeah, it's true.
It's true.
That's true. That's true. Berlin Park designates pink zone area for drug dealers.
Would you say a park?
A park.
Okay, well, given the last story, this can't be. This is probably true.
Maybe. Drug dealers in Berlin are to be given designated spaces in a city center park to carry out transactions, leading to criticism that authorities have capitulated to criminal gangs. For years, there has been a heated debate about Gorlitzer Park, a popular meeting point in the trendy southern Berlin district of Kreuzberg.
They are very angry.
They are. That's how they say everything. Which has been attracting an ever-increasing number of drug dealers. Local people said they were reluctant to let children and pets roam free there. After repeated attempts by police to clear the dealers failed, the park manager declared areas where they should be allowed to operate, identified by spray-painted pink boxes.
I think that's a good idea.
Kenzig der Merci said the pink zones would mean that visitors to the park, known locally as Dorley, We're no longer intimidated by groups of dealers, typically men operating in gangs, who crowd the entrance.
If you say the pink zone is for unloading only, I'm calling you on it.
It's the green zone. Samsung patents first phone, which is actually a brick.
Well,
yeah. Folding screens are resulting in a Cambrian explosion of phone designs, but none have been as bizarre as the latest patent by Samsung, uncovered by Let's Go Digital. Published on May 7th, 2019 by the USPTO and the WIPO, or World Intellectual Property Office. It shows a device with not one or two or even three, but 4 panels and 3 folding edges. Seemingly designed to be folded up into a baton, the device would unfold into a tablet of sorts, apparently with a USB port and headphone jack. I miss headphone jacks.
I do too, actually. Well, that's just the whole Bluetooth thing now. But yes, I agree with you. Why can't you put a damn headphone jack on a phone?
They were like, oh, it's to save space. And I'm like, no, that's a problem no one asked you to solve.
No kidding.
Now it just creates more problems for me.
Yes, it does. And bring back the rotary volume control.
Yeah.
Please. I mean, this whole sliding your finger up, and let's just have the little knob right there that you twist.
And let's bring back rotary phones!
Yes! Yes!
In its folded state, the different services could deliver information such as date, time, and messages on each of its services, and then unify into a tablet interface when unrolled. It is not clear if this is a serious device.
Does it receive?
It could be a
does
funny
it receive
device.
porn?
Of course.
Then it will be successful.
Do you want to know why screens got so big lately? It's because people discovered that they could watch porn on a screen, and so...
Try watching it on BlackBerry. It's impossible.
Oh, it's horrible. The quality is just nasty.
I know.
It is not clear. But given that Samsung decided to patent it in Korea, USA, and worldwide, it does suggest Samsung may be looking to go square in the future.
Mistake.
So those are your 5 headlines.
I missed one.
You did?
Yeah. How did I do that? Yeah, Army Game of Thrones strategy.
Oh, no, you're right. Sorry, I missed one.
Oh, okay.
My bad. I'm not done yet.
Well,
Everyone
then.
settle in. Teen critically injured while playing choking game. Donates organs. The family of an Indian
Wait a
teen.
minute, critically or fatally injured?
Critically. The family of an Indiana teen, they were just like, this kid's too stupid. Just give his organs to somebody else.
Wow.
Of an Indiana teen who was critically injured while reportedly attempting a choking challenge he saw online, said that he donated his organs on Monday afternoon. Mason Bogard, an Evansville resident, was rushed to Deaconess Hospital last Wednesday, where his family said he was, quote, in extreme life-threatening critical condition. The teen's mother, Joanne Bogard, had been posting updates for friends and family on her Facebook page. Steve, Taylor, and I want to take the time to provide everyone with an update on Mason, she wrote on May 5th. We felt it was important for the information to come from us so that there is no confusion on Mason's current state. First and foremost, we want to thank everyone for the outpouring of love and support during this unimaginable, heartbreaking time. We cannot express enough how much it has meant to our family. We have felt every single prayer. Bogart said her son was, quote, involved in an accident on Wednesday evening, and that they, quote, learned Mason attempted a challenge that he saw on social media, and it went horribly wrong. It's called the choking challenge. The challenge is based on the idea that you choke yourself to the point of almost passing out and then stop. It's supposed to create a type of high. Unfortunately, it has taken the lives of many young people too early, and it will take our precious Mason.
David Carradine in a closet in Thailand. Shame, shame, shame.
Don't.
All right, so those are your 5 headlines.
Those are your
All
5 headlines.
All right.
So, which one is false? It is the Army trainees are currently trying to learn the mistakes made in the long night. Teen critically injured while playing the choking game. Samsung patents a brick. Berlin Park designates drug dealing zones. And police say no charges for a father who tried to pawn his baby. Which one is false? That's up to you. But first, Brad Staggs.
You ever play the choking game? We did wall charges when we were like in junior high, and you'd stand up, and you'd fold your arms, stand up against the wall, hold your breath, and somebody would push on your chest until you passed out.
No.
Good times.
No.
Good times. That's why drug abuse is so much more preferable.
You're more likely to survive that than an internet challenge.
Drinking the combination this morning of you and Ron. I mixed you up in a cup, and that's the...
People like it when me and Ron get all mixed together.
Ron Sexual Chocolate and the Brandon Morse Code Monkey Bread Blend, which he may or may not have corrected the... no, he did not correct it on the site. So get your coffee, and I'm telling you, all the different flavors you'll find at AmericanPrideRoasters.com are incredible. Peanut, Matt's peppermint mocha.
Incredible.
Do we have any of that? Because I'd like to try that. Anyway, AmericanPrideRoasters.com. All right. Handicap Jeff. Hey. You look nice today.
Oh, thank you.
Are you doing your hair differently?
No. I usually look like this when I'm checking out porn on my phone.
On your brick?
Yeah.
I'm going with the choking teens, by the way.
The choking teens?
Actually, I think the choking teen died. That's why I think it's a false headline.
Oh, really?
Well, if he donated his organs, so.
No, see, I think that's
well,
all
I mean,
BS.
the ending of that was that they knew he was going to die.
So he was not critically injured. He was fatally injured.
Well, it seems.
Okay.
Either way.
She said that it will take our precious Mason.
You're welcome. And?
The military is not training their army recruits or trainees on the long night. They should be. That's a great practice.
That's good information.
Yeah.
Damn it. Friday leftovers are coming up too on your Daily Mojo.
A free exchange of ideas. Mojo 50.
Never Forgotten Apparel is more than just a premium women's and men's clothing line. It's a movement to remind us to wear American-made and serve those who serve us. Our heroes. Never Forgotten Apparel gives 20% of their total sales to nonprofits that support homeless veterans and off-duty firefighters, and 50% to individual veterans and firefighters in need nationwide. Check out neverforgottenapparel.com. Use promo code MATT, M-A-T-T, and get 15% off your purchase.
Got an old car? You can donate it, whether it's running or not, to the United Breast Cancer Foundation and save a life. They'll even come and pick it up for free. The United Breast Cancer Foundation has saved hundreds of women's lives through their free or low-cost breast screen exams. But now they need your help. The United Breast Cancer Foundation wants to save more lives through early detection by offering women free or low-cost breast screening exams. And donating your old car, SUV, or truck, whether it's running or not, helps pay for them. Plus, you get a charitable tax deduction. Help the United Breast Cancer Foundation save lives by donating your old car, SUV, or truck. Call now for free pickup. 800-245-0823. 800-245-0823. 800-245-0823. Call right now. That number again is 800-245-0823.
I got my
Mojo 50.
I got my mojo working out.
Live free.
I got my mojo working. I got my mojo working out. But it just won't work on you. I got my mojo working. But I just don't know what to do, y'all.
The Daily Mojo.
Yeah, Smack and Duck says the choking game kid is true. Doc Thompson got run over by an Amtrak park with spray-painted pink boxes is the fake story, and you're wrong. Which means that there are now pink spray-painted boxes in the parking lot.
That story in particular came from the Guardian.
So the drug dealers have a place designated place to park.
But let's not, don't be surprised by that. This has actually happened in the United States before, too. Whenever they figure that a crime or a group of people are going to commit crimes no matter what, and it's going to be way more damage or put more people in danger to try to stop them. This happened in the Baltimore riots, remember? We gave them space to destroy.
Well, I don't necessarily disagree with that. I mean, give them a big field, give them sticks and rocks, and let them go at it.
But they also do this. We actually have a huge space here in the United States.
Her name's Brenda.
Where you can do and trade drugs. It's called San Francisco.
Yes.
Yeah.
See? And you can poop on the sidewalks there. It's Braun's favorite vacation spot.
Braun goes there and just has a big old time.
Yes, he does. Peekapoo, the snarky jackhole. Psst, it's called analog control, Brad. No, it's called spinny knobby thing. That's how.
That is the technical name for it.
Spinning knob. No, that's how we used to tell back in the day. We used
Back in my day,
stereo receivers had the analog control, the little analog dial that went up and down, and the big weighted knob that you could, you turn to. And the high end ones, because we'd always go, pissed them all off. We'd always go into the stereo shops. If you spun that knob, if it was weighted correctly, that whole thing would go all the way down to the other end of the dial. The cheap ones wouldn't. You tried to spin it, would just stop.
Yeah.
So
but you wanted the heavy.
You wanted the heavy one. You spun
it like a top.
All the way to the other end.
Yeah.
Jeff, you know what I'm talking about? I mean, you're kind of an old guy.
Thanks.
You remember that,
No,
don't you?
absolutely.
The spinning,
I remember 8 tracks
knobs
too.
And now half the yes, 8 tracks, and they would tighten up.
Yep.
And right in the middle of playing, they just start.
Those were good days, weren't
yes.
they? Yes.
And right in the middle of a song, yeah, because that's a switch. That was the sound of switching tracks on an 8-track.
It was brilliant.
That was very good.
Thank you. I
very
know.
Well done.
And really, that was just me doing it. That wasn't really actually the sound. I mean, I know that was probably surprising because you probably thought, wow, that's the sound. Right
I really thought the sound.
The sound.
Yeah.
Now,
I really thought that.
This sound.
I'm sexy and I know it.
We all know what that sound is.
That's the sound of a gun box opening.
Yeah, it is. And more importantly, the app. This app that they have that you can get as an add-on service, basically, not only is the gun box indestructible, so it really, I mean, if someone is going to come in there and try to mess with your gun box, I mean, first of all, it's folly for them to do it. But with this app that they have, you will know the minute a person touches it.
Yeah.
An unauthorized user or an unauthorized intruder in your home or wherever you are, if your gun box senses it's being fondled incorrectly, it will send you an alert. That is a great idea.
That is, yeah.
And we've been, let me just tell you, we got the report. We've been selling quite a few of these. Well, we haven't been selling them. All we're doing is telling you about them. You go to the website, from there on, it's on them to sell away. But they're just, I mean, the coolest things in the world. They look great. They keep your gun safe. You can get into them easily and quickly. And then with the app, you can find out if somebody's messing with your stuff.
Oh, so good. So good. I
mean,
love that.
Think about if they had this in the Old West. It would have saved so many problems.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
I mean, if the people just, had their cell phones with them and, excuse me, beep, somebody's messing with my gun back in my cabin.
Yeah. I have to go back to my campsite.
We are really getting spoiled, man.
We really are.
Everything is getting done for us now.
We are. Yeah. Nowadays we just say things and it responds. I could literally say, "Hey, order me pizza, Alexa," or whatever, and it would happen.
No. It's Alexa, order pizza. Yes. You have to always the keyword first.
Is it doing anything?
It doesn't do it in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's got it turned down, I'm sure.
Wait, we have one of those in here?
Yeah.
What is it? Where?
It's to your left.
It'd be the thing that's blinking blue. See, it's over there on the.
That's your right.
That's my right.
That's your right. Your left.
My left.
Your left. Yeah.
The only thing I see over here is Ron's laptop that he's left unlocked
Uh-huh.
and a roll of toilet paper.
So he left his laptop unlocked?
Yeah. What do you want to do?
Yeah, let's check his search history. I want to see what he's looking at.
Chatterbait.
I'll be right back.
Oh, you know what that is. B from the SAV just tweeted, as the dad of 3 girls, I need an app with that alert for them too, please. Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
Would that be something?
The chastity app?
Yes.
That's
like, brilliant,
dude,
actually.
Yeah. If anybody, yeah. Oh, man, I would.
That is smart. There has to be an app for that already, doesn't there?
No. I doubt that. I don't think we have the technology.
No, because there's got to be a way to do that. Because that's really smart. When you stop and think about it, an app to keep and just in general, your kids safe. If something happens
I was going to say, it doesn't have to just be like stopping, cock blocking that kid from down the street who was really just looking to get some from your daughter.
A chastity belt.
So what we need is an chastity belt with artificial intelligence, a smart chastity belt, if you will.
Yes.
That we can.
Well, you could do that because if your kid, generally speaking, your kid is going to be like on a pretty standard route. on any given day. They're going to be between 2 points, home, school, whatever.
Right.
What if their phone? What if there's an app that goes off? If their phone goes, varies off that course by a mile.
I think there is one.
See, damn it, I knew
there is one for that actually.
Man, I was going to invent that and quit this joint. I was out of here.
Yep. Sorry, that's already.
Well,
been
I
thought
guess
up.
I'll be.
Actually, I think it comes stock with many iPhones nowadays, if I'm not mistaken.
There's a thing called Find My Friends that you can do, and then there's also another thing that's above and beyond that, to where it's just sort of shared with family for that very purpose. So this way, I know when my 15-year-old's actually supposed to be coming home from school, right?
Yeah.
But if he diverts over here, and it's like, oh, look at that, hey.
I like the Find My Naked Friends app. That's a good one.
Why do you say the things that you do?
Probably should just move on, shall we? Let's
do that.
Move on. That'd be our Friday leftovers.
And now, Doc Thompson presents the Friday Leftovers.
Yeah, these are the great stories we did not get to earlier in this week, and so we will get to them now.
Did I ever tell you that I wanted? I think it'd be cool to have music in the background while we're doing Friday leftovers.
I always want, and I was thinking about that this morning. It would be we need the sound of a diner.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You know how long ago I told Doc that, and he'll get around to it sooner or later.
And when he comes back,
yes, off for vacation. Yeah. The Bullock County Sheriff's Office in Georgia said 3 women told investigators they purchased a box of Legos from a consignment store. The box was labeled as containing Lego toys. The shop was in Charleston, South Carolina. They brought it back to Statesboro, that's in Georgia, where they gave it to a young child. The sheriff's investigator, Jim Riggs, so they go out, they buy, they're doing their duty.
So they're out
gave
there
it to a
taking
kid. Care of the utes.
Okay.
They give it to the kid. Sheriff's investigator Jim Riggs said the child opened the box and discovered a large bag of methamphetamine.
If I had a nickel.
Right?
Why is this happening a lot lately? Have you noticed that? Remember the old people who accidentally signed for a whole bunch of meth?
Yes.
That we covered in it was part of the leftover, or not leftover, the headlines.
Well, and police estimated this meth to be worth about $40,000.
So this kid's already set for college.
That's my thing is, why are they bitching about it?
Yeah, I feel like this kid has got. Yeah, he's got his college all wrapped up.
Yes, or at least for a semester.
Well, depending on.
I mean, that right there that's a gift from God. That's showing. That's
what I say.
Here, your money problems are gone.
Even God will use the dirty birds to feed the Israelites. Okay.
Now, the sheriff's office has come up with an ingenious idea, an ingenious reason. They believe the meth had been hidden inside the box by drug distributors and mailed to Thank you.
Good going there, detectives.
Thank you, Sheriff Obvious. And they had then mailed that box to an empty or abandoned address. So I guess that's what they mail it and then they go pick it up.
Okay.
Who hasn't done that?
Oh, yeah. No. I do that all the time.
You're in Colorado, you mail some stuff back to your house here and you go, if the cops intercept you, how will I know it's in the box? Yeah. I've heard people say that. Investigators said postal workers will sometimes not deliver to addresses dubbed vacant. And then, of course, the unclaimed packages will then later be auctioned off.
What?
Yes.
The meth will be auctioned off?
Seems like a strange system, but what do I know?
They're going to auction off the meth?
Apparently so. They said it was likely how the box ended up at a consignment shop. By the way, this happened back in February when police in Ohio see some similarly disguised drugs when 2 Lunchables boxes spotted in a vehicle during a traffic stop turned out to be more than 4 pounds of cocaine. Sure, I'm hungry.
Lunchables, man.
Right?
Leave the kid stuff alone, buddy.
Are those Lunchables?
Oh,
I want some of that.
That's just like a fruit roll-ups, man.
Uh-huh.
Watch those fruit roll-ups. They're going to be laced.
They will get you every time.
Oh. Man, if they laced my fruit roll-ups with meth when I was a kid,
that'd be a.
You
wouldn't be here today.
That is 100% accurate.
Think of how different your life would be.
Oh God, my mugshots would be interesting.
They're interesting now.
Oh, thank you.
An Arizona mother has been arrested after she allegedly attacked her 7-year-old son. Rebecca Gonzalez was detained by Phoenix police on Friday when charged with aggravated assault. Court documents indicate that police responded to a suspected child abuse call at a Walmart, Lower Buckeye
Of course,
Road.
a Walmart.
There, they learned that Gonzalez had come to the store to pick up her 7-year-old son, who was acting as a lookout for his grandmother while she shoplifted.
Wait. The grandmother
was shoplifting, and the kid was a lookout.
And he failed.
Officers allegedly saw the mother slap and punch her child in the face when they were in the parking lot. When they saw him up close, she'd smacked him around. Police say the child told them he was hit because he didn't watch out for grandma good enough. Grandmother's identity has not been released, and it's unknown if she was caught shoplifting.
Okay.
No, you release the grandmother's identity.
Yeah, you go right ahead with that.
Yes, you do. Absolutely.
My only thing right now is obviously this grandmother is sick. she's an old lady and she's still shoplifting. And once failing to shoplift because a child failed to be a reliable partner in crime.
Well,
you're hitting children.
Well,
then I'm going to guess that something is not working upstairs right.
Just playing devil's advocate. What if they had already taken the child to the pawn shop and tried to have him babysat there?
Right.
So you see now the whole pawn shop with a kid, not a bad idea.
Not such a horrible idea now, is it?
Thank you. Everything is relative.
That's right.
And don't I know that? An Alabama woman, that's another Alabama woman, not the same one.
Wait, Florida, is Florida man all the same guy?
Actually, no, I don't believe so.
What?
I know, it's crazy.
That's like you telling me Santa Claus isn't real.
I know. Oops, sorry. Let me scroll down here. I'm going to take you. Just give me a second.
Okay. While you're doing that, MoJo Jedi says if you have a dream, if you have a dream to make the Friday leftovers, you're doing it wrong.
That's true.
That's true. Hit it.
Hold on, hang on.
Hit it.
That's true.
There you go.
Vinton County, West Virginia, Dateline, excuse me. The Vinton County Sheriff's Office said a woman is facing a burglary charge after she entered a home. Cheyenne Ewing is charged with burglary, according to the sheriff's office. Deputies said they received a call about a burglary about 9 a.m. Monday in Hamden. Who breaks in on a Monday at 9 a.m.?
That's I admire their early bird get the word mentality here.
I mean, you want to get. I mean, she wasn't like just sitting around on her ass, just waiting to not doing anything until like Thursday. She was out there 9 o'clock Monday, ready to go to work.
I admire her gumption.
You're right. I understand. Corrected. The victim said the suspect entered the home and sat on the couch, began to pet the family dog. Victim said the suspect then washed the dishes in the kitchen.
Okay, so it was a maid.
Then the suspect left the home. They said the victim, that is, said they did not know the suspect and she was acting very strange.
Okay, well, can we stop using the word victim for one?
Yes, thank you.
Oh, someone broke into my home and tidied up. What a travesty.
This is, this story is, there's so many things wrong here. I mean, if you have somebody breaking into your home, burgling you, in essence, on a Monday morning, 9 o'clock, they come in, they sit on your couch, they pet your dog. Then they go into the kitchen and go, wow, there's a lot of, dirty dishes in here. I think I'll wash them. And they wash all your dishes and they dry them all, they put them away, and then they leave.
And they called the cops on this person?
Yeah, let's be clear about who the mentally incompetent one in this story is.
Yeah, I'm kind of siding here with, I appreciate someone who gets up in the morning, goes to someone's house, and cleans it without asking, isn't thanked.
No.
The person who got their house cleaned is called a victim.
Right.
What the hell is happening right now?
And don't forget, she's kind to dogs. She likes animals.
Pets dogs.
Dog probably wasn't getting any damned attention from the owner.
You know what? If you ask me, I think the true criminal in this story is the person who had her house cleaned.
Deputies say they received a call about a woman matching the description who was knocking on other doors in the neighborhood.
Was she cleaning that house?
Well, she was knocking on doors. So and again, if she's knocking on doors, that doesn't sound like breaking and entering to me. That sounds like knocking and waiting to be let in. Deputy said that Ewing appeared to be under the influence of drugs.
Well, whatever drug she's on.
That's a leap, I think. But
whatever drug she's on, I mean,
right.
there must be amazing drugs because they're actually they make you be helpful for once.
They make you like animals. They make you want to wash dishes and make sandwiches.
Yeah, apparently, whatever drug is being released that is causing. Dude, okay, think about it. What if everyone in San Francisco was on this drug?
Yes.
Would there be shit in the streets?
No, they'd have cleaned it all up.
They would be pristine. All right.
I think this
dogs everywhere would be walked and fed.
Petted. Ewing was arrested and taken to the Southeastern Ohio Regional Jail in a total miscarriage of justice.
Yeah, seriously.
And we'll be starting a GoFundMe for her defense fund.
Thank you. Somebody, Justice. What's her name?
Ewing. Her last name is Ewing.
Justice for Ewing.
Justice for Ewing. I like that.
Yeah. That's the GoFundMe.
Activism. That is activism right there.
We're changing the world, Brad.
We are. One, not a burglar, one dishwasher at a time.
No, because that's going to make it sound like every dishwasher deserves.
Don't forget she's drug induced.
Yeah.
Add that part to it.
Right.
You'll probably get more money.
That's true, yeah. She hasn't. Remember, drugs are only a problem if you can't afford them.
Yeah.
A Florida man was arrested yesterday after waving down police officers and then showing them a marijuana plant he had grown and offering them a smoke.
So hang on. Another person is in trouble for doing the work of growing something.
Thank you.
Creating something and then offering to share his creation with people.
Thank you. This is why the world is going to hell in a handbasket. We do not appreciate the people who are trying to make this a better place.
I'm like upset right now. I'm like legit upset. Why are we like
disturbing?
this?
I don't know. I mean, this is while looking around, law enforcement saw a 2-foot tall marijuana plant growing on his property. The deputies asked Mr. Caracino if he had a marijuana card. He told them he was working on it. Yeah, I don't have one right now, but I am working on it. I'm trying. So again, he gets points taken away for effort. He works on trying to do this legally.
Yeah.
And gets whacked down for trying to do the right thing. Whatever happened to rewarding good behavior? That is a huge problem in this country now. The early morning encounter was captured on a deputy's body cam. Full name of the suspect, Arthur Edward Caracino, Jr. A lot of letters in there. 65 years old. He was detained about 2:45 in the morning by officers from the Flagler County Sheriff's Office in Bunnell. They show he was arrested on a marijuana charge.
Arrested on a marijuana charge.
That's just, yeah. I mean,
what state is this again?
That would be the fine state of Florida.
Do we know what the minimum mandatory is?
Too much if it's don't get me started.
Yeah.
Think about how many people wouldn't be clogging up the justice system if they weren't in for.
Oh, not just that. How many people are going away for minimum mandatory sentencing off of nonviolent drug offenses who have their entire lives ruined, come out, and then have nothing left but to create more crime because they are they've become pariahs in society. That's my libertarian's about to come out too, man.
Got a little libertarian in you?
You want?
You like so?
You want?
Hey, a person wearing a face mask and sunglasses was reported to police after he walked into the Accentra Credit Union, looked around, and then quickly ran back out. It was just before noon on Monday. So picture this. The guy's door opens, ding, 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 bell. Guy walks in wearing a mask and sunglasses, kind of does the looking around and then runs back out the door. It was just before noon on Friday, March 1st, when this happened, when the suspicious subject walked into the business with his face covered and wearing gloves, according to a statement from the Davenport Police Department. If you have information regarding this incident, you might know who this man is. They encourage you to call the Davenport Police Department. Now, I think this is a simple situation of the guy didn't realize what time it was. You know, he's gonna go in there. He's either gonna, and let's just give him the benefit of the doubt. He was gonna go in there and make a deposit.
Right.
And he got in there and he looked around. He realized, crap, it's just before noon. I'm hungry. It's lunchtime. I can't do this right now. I've got to go.
Right.
And he turns around and runs out.
Okay.
Now, last time I checked, it is not illegal to walk into a credit union wearing a mask, or maybe it is, wearing a mask, sunglasses, gloves, walk in and turn around and walk. Is that illegal? I mean, what did he do? What's the crime?
I don't think that's illegal.
What is the crime?
I don't know what the crime is. I don't think there was one committed here.
Am I being detained?
That's a good question to
Am
ask.
I being detained?
You know, how come, you know, you can walk around with a mask on if you're Antifa, but you can't do it when you walk into a bank?
No kidding.
What the hell? What the hell?
I mean, again,
Brad, this nation.
We're going to hell in a handbasket.
I got to tell you.
We need to bring back the good old days.
Tell me about the
cathode ray tubes and AM/FM receivers with spinny knobby things.
Oh, the spinny knobby things.
Felipe Oquendo.
Sorry,
He's
what?
Felipe Oquendo.
Felipe?
He's a Florida man.
Of course he is. Why wouldn't he be?
He was arrested after police say he attacked another man, or what he thought was a man.
Oh, God.
Oh,
God, no.
Used a bedpost to attack a mattress that he believed another man was hiding inside.
Oh.
So.
Wait.
Yeah.
What's the context here? So he.
Well, it's.
What mattress? Where was this mattress? Did they say?
It does not say where the mattress was. It says, like a superhero, Felipe stabbed the mattress with a bedpost, then ripped it apart with his bare hands.
Wow. Okay.
This was about 1 a.m. Sheriff's deputies were dispatched to the location to resolve the situation. Felipe Oquendo thought his girlfriend was cheating and that the paramour was hiding inside the mattress in their bedroom.
Okay.
And again, I say, what if he had been hiding in the mattress?
Yeah.
And does not Felipe Oquendo have the right to defend his woman's honor?
We don't know if she's being raped.
Honor? Wasn't even near her. That's a stretch, but it worked. Don't you shake your head at me in there. It's Friday, and I don't care. But if you believe that your wife, your woman is cheating on you and he could be in that mattress, I say tear that damn thing to shreds.
I don't see what the problem is.
Rip it up.
Here's, I think there needs to be, I don't know if there actually is certain laws in certain states, but let's say you come home and there's another man naked in your room. You should be able to pretty much do whatever you want to at
Damn
that point.
straight you should be.
All right, there should be, I mean, you honestly, you're in another man's castle. You have forfeit.
Yes.
You have forfeit your right to pretty much anything at that point in time. If he wants to sit there and cut your dick off, then you know what?
I thought
prepare to live your life like Theon.
Dark turn there.
Well, it is what it is, man.
Theon died a hero, though, so you got to remember.
Well,
that.
yeah, he did have a very large character arc after that.
He did. We moved to Kentucky, where 2 men have been arrested after one of the men ran naked, except for shoes, socks, and a Halloween mask through a Walmart store and filmed it.
Where was this?
Handicap Jeff, if you would mind just taking my screen here for just a couple of moments.
Visual.
So that you can...
there's a visual.
It's the button that says take Brad's computer screen full. See?
There's one thing I love about Jeff's reactions to everything
I know,
he
right?
says. Like,
so, no, Ron says he's got that set up awful simple. I mean, all you got to do is look for the button that says take Brad's computer screen full.
Can I say shut up now or later?
Say it now and often.
There is said man running through said Walmart. If you're watching,
it's a nice GIF.
If you're in the car or perhaps listening, you might want to go to MoJo50.com, click on MoJo 50 TV, and watch said man wearing nothing but, and can I just say, what's he doing wearing white socks with the brown shoes?
Oh, is that not
Hello? Good? Are you serious?
I've got brown boots on with white socks underneath right now.
Don't admit that. Come on.
You want to see?
No.
You want to see?
Later.
Okay.
The man stripped down inside the store wearing nothing but a Halloween mask, socks, and shoes. The Pike County Sheriff, Rodney Scott, has told the local TV station that the streaker and camera operator are both guilty of indecent exposure. He also believes the prank was planned.
I'm just going to keep this playing for the rest of the show.
Yeah, if you would.
That's a good idea. Because
can I point something out?
Yes, please do. Did you want to go back to the video there?
No, I would just actually. I noticed that the bars that you're using are dark, signifying that you're in incognito mode. Is that what you're doing?
No, it's just nighttime.
It's just nighttime.
It's just nighttime.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, man, Brad.
Although I do know how to go incognito.
Oh, do you?
That's how you get the Washington Post articles free.
Yeah. That's what I do.
I know, dummy. We have time for one more. Hackensack, New Jersey. Police in New Jersey say a little something that led them from a crashed stolen car to possibly the man suspected of stealing said stolen car.
Not a dull day in Hackensack, New Jersey.
Jeff, if you wouldn't mind taking that picture just for a second, because this is what the police found when they came to the scene of the stolen car. Could you please describe what you are seeing on the screen?
So clearly a DeLorean went 80 miles an hour.
Yes.
And you can actually see the scientist running behind the car afterwards. Actually, if you press play there, you will see the footprints dancing, like he was dancing around.
So what we see is snow on the ground.
Snow
on the ground and tire tracks, and
if we want to be unimaginative, that's fine.
No, there's that. I mean, the police simply had to follow the footprints in the snow because they led to the guy who stole the car, Peter Basiglio. He was arrested on motor vehicle theft and resisting arrest charges on Saturday. There's a pro criminal tip in there somewhere, and I'm going to let you write it. Those are your headlines. Coming up, we got Netflix and chill, and it's Suspicious Package Friday.
Yeah, it is.
So many things to do on your Daily Mojo.
This is the seditious, rabble-rousing, liberty-loving, home of fun, entertaining, and compelling talk. Mojo 50.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Trade is on President Trump's mind as he takes to Twitter this morning in a series of pro-tariff tweets. The president writes, and talks with China continue in a very congenial manner. That's despite a sharp increase in U.S. tariffs on $200 billion worth of Chinese goods. Mr. Trump says there's absolutely no need to rush the negotiations because he says China is now making massive payments to the U.S. Treasury. Economist Diane Swank says the tariff hikes will not have much of an impact, at least not yet.
There is a unique loophole that as they continue to negotiate, everything that's on the water as of yesterday is not getting tariffed. So we've got a day lag until they actually hit, the tariffs actually start hitting what's coming into the United States. And I think there's still hopes out there that they'll come to some kind of a deal before they actually make it from China to here.
And Beijing is talking retaliation for the higher tariffs. We paid more for gasoline, rent, and appliances last month. That led to a rise in consumer prices.
The Labor Department says the Consumer Price Index increased by 2% from April 2018. Excluding the volatile food and energy categories, core prices increased 0.1% last month and 2.1% from a year ago. The figures suggest inflation is mostly subdued despite solid economic growth and rising wages, which typically push up prices.
Correspondent Jeremy House. Both suspects in Tuesday's suburban Denver school shooting due back in court today.
Prosecutors are expected to decide today whether to charge 16-year-old Maya McKinney, whose attorney says uses male pronouns in the name Alec, as an adult. Both McKinney and 18-year-old Devin Erickson have been jailed since Tuesday on suspicion of murder and attempted murder.
That's correspondent Matt Small. On Wall Street, stock futures in the red. Dow futures down about 116 points. S&P futures off 17 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-570-6630. 800-570-6630. That's 800-570-6630. Offers require credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and e-auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
You get great service and you do some good in the world with Patriot Mobile. Sign up for a Patriot Mobile account today. Start saving money, get great coverage, and do a little bit of good because they support companies, organizations, and candidates that you like. It's patriotmobile.com/doc. patriotmobile.com/doc.
Ladies, some of you sickos willingly accept that with the big doe eyes that you don't even need from a Snapchat filter and just look up at R. Kelly and say, give me your best.
The Rancevizzo. United 7. MoJo 50.
Dr. Ken Brown here, host of Gut Check Project with my co-host Eric Rieger. Eric, we've been seeing MoJo guys over there and over here at Spoonie talk about Atrantil for bloating. I've seen in my practice that Atrantil is a whole lot more than just a bloating product.
Yes, it does a whole lot more than just fix bloating because of the polyphenols that you find in Atrantil.
You're exactly right. The polyphenols are those molecules that we find in the Mediterranean diet. It makes vegetables and fruits very colorful. What are some of the things that these polyphenols do, Eric?
These polyphenols can actually stop inflammation. They can help you have more energy. They can help you with anti-aging. And polyphenols are great for athletes.
It sounds like it's going to help a whole lot more people than just bloating. Tell me how everybody should be taking Atrantil.
If you want to dose Atrantil, it's 2 capsules 3 times a day, basically with your meals. But if you aren't bloated and you just want that polyphenol intake every day, 2 to 3 capsules a day will work for you.
Go to lovemytummy.com/mojo.
This is the MoJo 50 Institute for the Advanced Application of Freedom. Ya bitches.
The mothership has landed.
You know, that's why I like this audience. They're smart. They come up with the ideas. They point out things that we may have missed. Deli-style Rachel profiling. And sweetie, if you can do your business in a burqa, I don't see the problem with wearing a mask in the bank. That's a really good point. I mean, if a woman can walk in there all covered up head to toe, why not? Why not a dude walking in and realizing it's lunchtime and I got to go, I got to come back later?
There are countries now that are banning the burqa.
Hashtag ban the burqa.
Hashtag ban the burqa.
Just saying. By the way, our phone number is 202-900-5900. Did I get that right? Hey, when you said that, could everybody hear you or just me? Because that's freaky when only I can hear you, because then I don't know if you're a voice in my head or not. So
you
Ron
just ruined like the radio magic. Yeah, and
is that a euphemism quality. Or am I supposed to really? Why don't you just talk on the microphone that everybody can hear you on? Whiskey 6 is on the line. Whiskey, what up?
And how's everyone over there in the MoJo?
Oh, man. If we were any better, it would be illegal.
Drunk?
It'd be a Chuck E. Cheese.
Yes.
Yeah, it'd be a Chuck E. Cheese.
Hey,
yeah. Drunk and having fun.
It is Friday, so that's a good thing, right? Okay,
yes,
we'll go with that.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
I just wanted to take a minute and make a kind of a little announcement to the Jackhole Nation.
Whiskey, I am so happy that you are finally coming out, man. I'm so proud of you.
No, I'm not coming out of the closet, Brandon. I have to stay in the closet, but I may be pregnant.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, actually, here's the funny thing. That's not even big news anymore. A man being pregnant. So what? Why don't you give us something that is exciting?
Oh, some shocking news? Oh, yeah. I don't know if I can do the shocking news.
Yeah, well, there you
go. No, all right, so the crew over here at Off Track, we're going to attempt something new here. We are going to, I posted it out on the socials yesterday evening about anyone who's interested in randomly at any given time receiving a call, and it would be on Skype. You'd have to download that if you don't have that already.
Mm-hmm.
Anywhere between Friday evening and Sunday afternoon to be on our show. Whatever you may be doing. I mean, maybe doing dishes, making dinner, pulling a Ron, I don't know, shopping for food, who knows, driving fast over a mountain cliff. I don't know what you're doing.
I can't see anything going wrong with this.
No, not at all. I mean, maybe you're pooping. I don't know. But if you don't answer, we will assume that you are pooping.
Okay. So you just want people to, and so how do they put their name in the hat for this?
All right. So what we're going to do here is go over to Skype. If you don't have it, download it and search Whiskey 6, and that is the word whiskey with an E in there. 6IX. There's a space between them. Just search me out. Send me a message, a contact request.
Wait a minute. That doesn't spell whiskey. That spells whiskey 6X. All this time, your name has been whiskey 6X. Wow.
Yeah, I can work with that.
Okay. So they go to Skype. They look for you, and then what?
Send me a message or a contact request, and I'll add you into the contacts there, and we're going to go from there. And you might just receive that phone call. Who knows what time or what you'll be doing, but be ready. We're looking for any kind of thing that you're doing at that moment.
Okay. All right.
Touch base with the jack, but we're going to reach out and touch you.
You know, you haven't lived until you've been reached out and touched by a jackhole. I know that for a fact.
That's
all right,
what
cool.
we're attempting.
All right, so go to Skype and look for Whiskey 6. That's whiskey, the standard way you spell it, then the numeral 6, and then followed by an IX, which looks like Whiskey 6 at the beginning if you just glance at it, but in fact, it's Whiskey 6X, which all this time we didn't know.
I like how he
just realized that. By the way, Peachy was supposed to get me your address and never did because I got some stuff to send you. So why don't you?
She asked me for it last night. She could probably send you a text right now.
I wouldn't want to put anybody out or anything like that. Hey, we're about to do Netflix and chill. Do you have any suggestions? Anything you've seen lately? It doesn't have to be on Netflix. Could have been on Amazon. Could have been on anything else.
No, just like last Friday when I was in the studio, I was unprepared.
Great,
as always.
Nice to see that you've nice to see you've come to the party prepared. We appreciate that. Thank you. All right, so go to
never happening.
Go to Skype. Thanks for calling, buddy. We'll talk soon. So go to Skype, look for Whiskey 6, and then send him that note, and you could be called by the Jackhole Nation and revealed right there in all of your glory at 2 a.m. You never know.
Yeah.
Can't see anything going wrong with this at all.
No, not at all.
All right, so it is time for Netflix and Chill, where we give you suggestions because we, after we're in the media, we are trained professionals when it comes to the entertainment industry, and
exactly.
Our opinions count more than anybody else's.
That's actually true.
It is.
As you know, being in front of a camera automatically makes you basically a leader of man,
a sayer of fact.
That's true.
And cameras do add 10 pounds.
That is also very true.
How many cameras they have on me anyway? You want to start?
Do I want to start? I actually do.
Well, good. Then here is the Brandon Morse with his suggestion.
So I have to suggest, first and foremost, an amazing little. I mean, it's not necessarily a
good.
No, it's actually pretty crap.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm recommending it.
Why change now?
No, it's on Hulu right now. Okay. If you are a fan at all of Star Trek, but you hate Star Trek lately, then you need to watch.
Oh, wait. You hate Star Trek? What, like Discovery?
Yeah, apparently a lot of people are not a huge fan of Discovery right now because it is a horrific. It is kind of social justice-y. I get it. Like it takes.
So was the original Star Trek. Look past it.
At least you had Kirk hitting aliens and sleeping with them at the same time.
Discussion we could have later. But all right, sorry.
It was a different time. Brad.
Yes, it was.
The Orville.
Oh, yeah, the Orville is actually great.
So the Orville is what I felt like Star Trek should have been in this day and age.
The Orville is based on Star Trek.
Well, it is a direct rip of Star Trek,
Yes.
but that's why I say it's what Star Trek should have been in the feel and the way that it kind of carries out. Now, it's made by Seth MacFarlane, the same guy who makes Family Guy.
Ron's a big fan of The Orville.
I love The Orville.
The Orville is probably one of the best sci-fi shows I've seen.
I love the way it's written.
Yep.
Because it's snarky and sci-fi kind of all at the same time.
Yeah. It's able to actually balance real well. Because when it was Seth MacFarlane, I thought it was going to be like
it fits our time frame.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, yeah.
But I thought it was going to be like a strict, like, Family Guy-esque, like it's comedy all the time. But it's really not, actually. They actually deal with serious stuff and they have dramatic moments and stuff like that. But they mix in the comedy so well.
Right.
That it flows.
And this was it the second season? This last season?
Yep.
Yeah, in this second season, they had more drama in it than they did the first season, especially with some of the two-parters that they did.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Oh,
and I'm going to tell you, they go all out with the graphics and the CGI. And
What's the blobby guy's name that Norm Macdonald voices?
Macdonald plays him, yeah.
What's his name?
I can't remember now.
Blobby guy. Remember she has the she has the relationship with him. That's
funny.
Well, and then the doctor has the relationship with Isaac, the robot.
Yes, yeah. Which I thought that was strange at first. But
and did you catch?
It's called Japan.
I had to go search it, but when the doctor had the relationship with Isaac, and then Isaac turned into a man inside the that was actually the guy who plays Isaac.
Ta-da!
Yeah. It was pretty cool.
Surprise!
I'm actually, but yeah, the Orville. Definitely check it out. It is a sci-fi show for the modern era, I feel like.
It is.
And
it has not been renewed for season 3 yet, according to Russ.
Yeah.
Thank you, Russ. But we're hoping it is because it's funny.
And it is ironic that Seth MacFarlane is a leftist and he doesn't hit you over the head.
Well, the thing I like about Seth MacFarlane, I mean, every now and again he'll leave a bad taste in your mouth with his jokes. Ring-a-ding. But I will say this.
Did you just diss the cowbell?
I do ring-a-ding all the time. Because I'm too lazy to reach over and grab it.
I think he did.
See,
Ron,
I
did
gotta,
you see that?
Wow. And then I ring it.
Wow.
But Seth MacFarlane is capable of something that many leftists today aren't, and that's making fun of yourself.
Yeah, by the way, on Odyssey, Russ is telling me that they do, after the last episode, they did an Orville after party live on Odyssey, and he said it was a huge hit. So that looks like something we'll continue to do.
Yeah,
you can go be part of the party.
I can party.
They do that every week.
Part of the party?
Party. You can be part of the party.
Part of the party.
Part of the party.
I like being part of the party.
All right. I agree with you. I think the Orville is a great show.
Yeah,
really is.
Absolutely.
Nice contribution for a change.
Thank you. Ass.
That was so easy.
Go ahead and tell us your boring little
it's Ron's turn.
here. It's Ron's turn?
It's Ron's turn.
Good, because Ron actually contributes good stuff.
So I read a story, I guess it was the night before last, that I was just fishing through news stories, and I found a news story about a new Netflix movie that was put over on Netflix USA that came out of China called The Wandering Earth.
Ooh.
And it was a huge hit, like a Avengers Endgame hit.
Really?
Over in China, called The Wandering Earth. It was a $700 million film.
Really?
I started watching it yesterday. I could not get through it.
What do you mean?
It's a 2.5, a little over 2 hour movie. So the synopsis is that the Earth is going to be swallowed up by the sun over the next 100 years because it's turning into a red dwarf.
Okay.
And basically what they do is they put these 10,000 propulsion engines all over the Earth, and they're going to move it to Jupiter's area out there.
Right.
And
as long as they don't take it to Uranus.
Yeah, there you go. But it is really, really got a lot of graphics and CGI in it, which is what costs all the money. But it's a Chinese film, so of course it's overdubbed in English, so it looks like the old kung fu movie. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
And for the graphics and the art and the for everything that they've put into it.
You bring up my screen right now, you'll just see the kind of the preview of it there. And it is, you're right, the graphics look.
The graphics are phenomenal, and it looked like it came through Netflix in 4K to me. I mean, it was
a little freaky. They have a Chinese guy there that's blonde. I don't often see a blonde Chinese guy, but
they put a lot of money. It's called The Wandering Earth.
So what you said, you couldn't get through it?
I just couldn't get through it. I mean, it was slow to start, but and there's not very many. There's some subtitles, not very many, because it's overdubbed in English.
So wait,
I probably will try to finish the rest of it. But
you're recommending a movie that you couldn't get through?
No, I'm not necessarily. This isn't a recommend movie. This is a review of movies, right? So I would say if you've got some time to sit down and get through it. If you're a sci-fi fan, you probably need to.
I'm getting like a weird mixture vibe here of Snowpiercer and an Armageddon.
Probably.
Yeah?
Okay. Yeah, probably.
Okay. As long as it doesn't have a preachy at the end of it, this is all our fault. We're going to die because we didn't switch from plastic bags.
Yeah, now I don't know that. I probably watched the first 45 minutes of it, and it it didn't have that thus far.
I think that China's not as political when it comes to that kind of thing, because like obviously in China they have to have a lot of that pollution going if they're gonna stay afloat, and because they make everything.
Yes.
And so if like they had, and remember that China's government is pretty controlling of everything. If they actually started going, we need to save the planet, man. If they'd allowed that to happen, business would tank, and that'd be bad for the country. So I'm pretty sure that they're not going to get preachy over there like they are over here.
And make sure that you watch this movie before the tariff kicks in, because that'll take the
Netflix has to pay
it'll
more.
It'll cost you an extra 2 hours to watch it.
That's true.
It's true.
It's true.
All right, so my recommendation, first one here, first round, The Next 3 Days.
The Next 3 Days?
The Next 3 Days. It's on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
And it is, the synopsis, I'll just read the synopsis. John Brennan, portrayed by actor Russell Crowe, will stop at nothing to protect his family, but he's never had to put his life and others on the line when his wife is convicted of murder and all appeals efforts are exhausted. The only hope he sees is breaking her out. Oh. So it's a John Smith goes to Washington and kicks the doors down type of thing.
Oh, okay.
It's interesting. It's
okay.
The woman, his wife, it's kind of a thin plot line in this respect. She gets popped for murder, and then they got a little kid, and he has to figure out how to get her out of jail, essentially. After they've exhausted all of these the legal means of doing so, he's got to get down and dirty. He's got to be Russell Crowe.
He's got to be Russell Crowe.
He's got to turn into Russell Crowe and get her out of there. And it's not Malin Ackerman. What is his wife's name in this? Elizabeth Banks. She's hot.
I've seen her before.
Yeah, she's hot. It's a good movie. It gets 4.5 stars on in reviews. It's a little over 2 hours long, hour and 33 minutes. And this came out in 2010. I don't remember it at the theaters. But anyway, so it's the Next 3 Days, Russell Crowe on Amazon Prime. And Handicap Jeff, I feel horrible that we didn't ask you if you had a suggestion. I mean, you're capable of watching TV, aren't you?
Sometimes when my wife will push a button, yeah, I can watch you assholes. Yes, I can watch TV. Holy crap! Are you kidding me? Good God!
Nice.
Man. You know what?
And
Check this out. From now on, it's now the Jeff and Brandon Morse show. You are cut off.
That's what's up, baby.
And that is why I love Jeff. That is why he is one of my favorite people on earth, and quite frankly, probably the best kisser.
Every time Jeff gets on the microphone, I just have the best time. Like I know something's gonna happen that's gonna make me. I love it.
So, did you have a suggestion? I mean, do you have
on Netflix? I found out this thing's back in 2008. It's Wanted.
Oh yeah,
yeah, with Angelina Jolie, Morgan Freeman, James McAvoy. So basically, the synopsis is Wesley Gibson discovers that his murdered father belonged to a secret guild of assassins. He hones his innate killing skills and turns Avenger.
Yeah.
Just to find out it really wasn't his dad who was killed. They sucked him in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, plot twist. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's totally. It's cheesy, but here's the best part about it. Angelina Jolie walks away, getting out of a bath, butt shot, totally wet, totally sweet. And in 2008, she was sporting them, some muscular definition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 11 years ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah, James McAvoy plays a really good nerdy kind of character, but then he just it's one of those movies where I thought his character arc might have gone too fast, but really you watch the movie and you're like, no, he actually goes through a really intense and rigorous training process.
Yeah.
And he learns to find confidence in himself.
Oh, see, so it has a happy ending. Ish. No. There's blood.
It's a bittersweet ending.
Kurt Russell dies, doesn't he?
No, he becomes a plant.
Damn, that's so cool. All right, so Wanted on Netflix.
That's right.
Brandon, can I take your turn on this one real quick because I'm working the other board?
Hit me.
He's
so Brad, I want you to talk about this one too.
Yes.
The Numbers Station.
Yes.
I watched it on Amazon Prime. John Cusack, Malin Ackerman. Holy crap.
Yes.
The Numbers
So
Station?
explain what this is, Brad.
All right, so the Number Station, the movie is about I'll just read you again the synopsis. Emerson is his name. He's a black ops agent with the CIA. He is assigned to a remote broadcast station with orders to protect the station and the code operator. Catherine is her name. That's Malin Ackerman. When the station comes under attack, the pair have to work together to defend the station, save themselves, and stop their attackers from sending out a deadly code that could change the world as we know it.
So this is based on real stuff.
It is. The Number Stations, if you're not familiar, are radio stations on the AM band that broadcast nothing but music and
a series of numbers.
And they're weird because it's like nothing you've ever heard before.
So it's a cipher is what it is.
Yeah. And
it's a cipher that's broadcast to secret agents all over the world. And there are still these stations out there, right, Brad? Isn't that what you said?
Yeah, they are. They still, let's see. Here's one. Let's see. Let's see if I can find another section here. Man, I can't seem to find one that, but yeah, they're creepy because they were used and they are apparently still used by governments and others to send coded messages to agents in the field. And the reason that they are on AM radio signals is because you can't trace them. They can be anywhere in the world. You can't trace them like you would be able to on the internet.
What is this called again?
It's called the Number Station.
Okay.
And it's set against that background, but it's them racing against time, trying to
and they are locked down in this armory.
It's a good action thriller. And I like John Cusack too.
Yeah, he does. He actually plays a pretty decent role in this.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Malin Ackerman from wasn't she originally?
She was in the Couples Retreat.
Yeah,
and she's in Billions.
Yes, and I'm going to tell you, this one was an edge of the seat thriller.
Yes,
honestly, yeah. But it was pretty cool because it was broadcast.
Does she take off her shirt in this?
She does not.
Then it's okay for the kids. It's all right for the kids. The Number Station. It's a really good. It's a good movie.
I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna make this really quick because I think it's important.
Please do.
On Amazon, streaming right now.
Yes,
is a documentary, and I've mentioned this before, but I want to make this an official recommendation for Netflix and chill. Anyone who is wanting to know about the state of how men are treated in this nation and what feminists do and stuff like that to men, like what they are concerned, watch The Red Pill. The Red Pill is a documentary that it's made by a feminist filmmaker. And she went out to she set out originally to go and investigate the world of men's rights activist groups and she was going to expose them and do all this stuff and yada, yada, yada. And she ended up throughout the course of this documentary basically having her mind changed about everything. And she would she felt guilt. She felt horrible about the things that are being done to men by the feminist movement. It really is an eye-opening documentary. And I'll just spoil the ending for you. At the very end, the last thing she says, if not the last thing she says in this documentary, is, "I'm no longer a feminist." So remember, this was made by a feminist filmmaker. It started out as a way to expose the men's rights activist groups, and it ends with her basically finding an entire world beneath what the mainstream media tells you.
Swapping sides.
Yeah. And so The Red Pill. Go watch it.
Cool. By the way, Netflix and Chill this week has been brought to you by Patriot Mobile at patriotmobile.com/mojo50. That is where you will find a special welcome message to you, the Jackhole Nation. And it says, welcome, Mojo 50 listeners. I think that's, it's personalized right there. It's right there on that page. And we had Maury and the gang in here yesterday talking about how they've essentially been banned on Facebook from advertising. They can't. That's insane. They're a cell phone company.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they can't advertise on Facebook.
You can't even be a comic book website and apparently say things now if they are against rebounding into comics. Got banned from Facebook. Totally banned.
This is just the most bizarre. If we don't all stick together, if we don't hang together, we shall all hang separately. It's coming to that point. If you are in the market for a new cell phone, if you're in the market for a new cell phone plan, please consider Patriot Mobile. They're not like the big guys out there. They actually contribute a portion of the money that you pay them every month to conservative and libertarian causes. The NRA is one of the groups that they give money to, Empower Texans. You can go to, if you go to the website, you can find out who they contribute to. You can find out, you can bring your own phone with you. You can get a new phone. If you want a new identity, if you want to have a brand new start, go to patriotmobile.com/mojo50 and be part of the solution and not part of the problem. It's patriotmobile.com/mojo50. It really is frightening because social media, and they've got every right to do it, I guess. It's their platform, but they're trying to essentially disrupt our communications.
Yeah.
For 2020. And they're doing a damn fine job of it, quite frankly. It's a scary place.
Absolutely.
Which is why we created Suspicious Package Friday to make it less scary. That's right. We're going to open the next Daily Mojo.
High capacity, fully automatic, large caliber, Freedom. MoJo 50.
Illegal immigration. I know everyone's favorite subject, but also an equally important problem to understand and solve. Whether you sit on the side of open borders or the border wall, the numbers are just too big to ignore anymore. In April, the Border Patrol reports there were 109,144 apprehensions at the border. That is a 6% increase over March numbers, and they're the highest seen since 2007. Oh, and the U.S. is on pace to have over 1 million apprehensions in 2019 overall. If that doesn't scream crisis we're solving, what does? How do we solve it? To that end, there's a wholly untalked about notion, self-deportation, and it's on the rise under Trump. According to the nonpartisan criminal justice news organization called the Marshall Project, the number of voluntary departures in 2017 rose a whopping 50%. In the last fiscal year, that number doubled and made a new 7-year high. In fact, those numbers even outstripped the 17% increase in overall immigration cases. Could it be that the stick and not the carrot is what's working? That's the suggestion of those who the Marshall Project interviewed who were illegally here. The majority note giving up on fighting the long detentions and legal battles in front of them. Staying here just isn't worth the hassle of months, if not years of battles, knowing full well they would be deported to begin with. Imagine that. You make it harder, not easier, to be here illegally, and people suddenly don't want to stay. What a novel concept. Perhaps even less shocking is that our politicians in D.C. are going in the completely opposite direction. You know, because actual facts and real data mean nothing to those simply trying to use immigration as a cudgel against their opponents, instead of fixing the damn crisis sitting right in front of us. I'm Andrew Coppins, and this has been By the Numbers. You can follow me on all things social at The Coppins Show.
By the Numbers with Andrew Coppins is powered by TarRiverArms.com. They've revolutionized online firearm sales with high-resolution pictures, 3D imaging, and the best prices. How much will you save? Find out at TarRiverArms.com. That's TarRiverArms.com.
The Daily Mojo.
DMXDM says, guys, you got to watch Kim's Convenience on Netflix. It's a Canadian show about a corner store run by a Korean family.
Okay, I'm already in.
And smacking Doug, I agree with you. I can't enjoy anything with John Cusack in it anymore. From his Twitter feed, he is a vitriolic, psychotic leftist. I agree, and I think at one point I was following him, and I had to unfollow because I just don't. Yeah. I don't. What we've established this before. We don't want to hear from people on Twitter unless they agree with us.
That's true.
Nick, seriously, I love, and James would love, but
James Woods.
All of the leftists, it's like, just shut up.
If there's one thing I don't like, it's like at least Searcy and Woods are clever.
Yes.
But what is it about, like have you ever looked at Mark Ruffalo's Twitter? Because he's also he's a leftist activist, and you know what? You do what you do, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not even like remotely clever. He doesn't say anything that's like,
I know,
sensical.
Kirk Slightly Venomous Jackhole says, Handicap Jeff just made me spit coffee and scare a woman walking past my work van. I love him for that. That's why he gets the big bucks.
That's right.
The big bucks and the Rockstar parking right out front. Of course.
It is Suspicious Package Friday, y'all. It is the greatest day of
Oh, guess what day it is?
Mike.
That doesn't really work because that's a Wednesday.
That's a Wednesday thing, but you know what? It still works. Kinda.
No, that's
okay. No.
Yeah.
Suspicion. Okay, first off, Travis Watkins, the ever reliable, has sent me a picture of a monkey. Again, which is what he does on every package.
So before you open this, are you going to hand it out to the jackholes to make them complete whatever task is inside this envelope?
Maybe. If I'm feeling lazy. This monkey in particular is incredibly adorable. It's wearing a little shirt and a little bow in its hair. Look at this, Brad. Look at that little baby monkey.
That is who's a cute baby monkey. You are.
Monkey.
He could rip your face off and eat you.
That's probably true.
Yeah,
but he will look so cute.
He will. Yes.
Let's see what's in here.
Don't marry him.
Don't marry the monkey?
All right. I mean, they look like they'd be fun. They're cute and everything. Don't marry. They're crazy.
Okay. All right, let's see here. What is this?
It's a thing. Oh my gosh, you got a thing.
I've
it's
always
a stuff.
wanted a
it's
thing. And it grows whenever
he sent you a sack.
He did.
You finally got a sack.
Columbus Airport sack.
See?
Look at that.
Columbus area. Is that Columbus, Georgia? Or Columbus, Ohio?
Oh, I don't know. But wait. There's a letter in here. There's several things in here actually. Oh, okay. What do we got here?
He learned
more
about
puzzle pieces.
I was going to say he learned about after spending $8,000 on sending individual pieces.
He learned how to send them all at once. See, he learned.
Smart.
It's all good. The puzzle was incomplete, and so we did have more puzzle pieces that were needed, and here they are, folks. For those of you who were concerned,
Columbus, Georgia, by the way.
Columbus, Georgia.
Yes, that's where he lives.
Oh, okay.
See, I just checked the return address, and it had the information there. I just
good job, Brad.
Thank you.
Your detective skills are highly impressive.
Thank you. I tried.
Another puzzle.
Where
piece?
is the? By the way, where is the puzzle now that
it is in storage?
Yeah.
Or
what we like to refer to as the tornado room.
The tornado room at this point.
We should be able to.
If my mother walked in there, she'd be like, "Oh my god!"
If we start looking for the puzzle today, we will find it about the same time we get the gun box from Matt Locke.
Another puzzle piece here.
2022.
I'm going to guess that another puzzle piece is also in.
Did he hermetically seal these things?
He did.
Okay, so wait a minute. He really. Each one of these is in like a little plastic pouch that has been heat sealed, or at least, I guess there's adhesive in there. Man, this took some time.
Oh, there are multiple puzzle pieces in this one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Travis apparently has absolutely nothing to do in life.
Except for send us suspicious packages.
Sit around, because he's been working on this, I guarantee you, since last Friday.
This is why he's the king. He's the king of Suspicious Package Friday. Everyone who sends suspicious packages has to compete.
Yes.
With Watkins.
And don't forget, when you do send us a suspicious package, every week we choose one and do absolutely nothing for them.
Yeah.
So you could be the package chosen on a Friday and have absolutely nothing done for you. That's a total value of millions of dollars, really. You get right down to it. I mean, at least dozens of dollars.
That's at least worth like Boardwalk on Monopoly.
Yeah.
Random crap from my job, written in type. Greetings, Brandon. Sending one piece at a time in single envelopes would take a lot of time and a crap load of envelopes. Well, I mean, you're not wrong, Travis. This is not a small puzzle you're building. Plus, getting only envelopes would be boring. I'll be including a few with some other things I'll send. You better not lose any pieces.
Sound a little creepy.
Travis Watkins, master of the suspicious package universe. I like that better. Master of the not the king, but the master of the suspicious.
The
package
absolute
universe.
master.
The absolute master. Yeah. I feel like he is slowly like. Yeah, you know those movies, the serial killer movies, where they actually they send clues.
Yeah, well, like they cut out the letters in a newspaper.
This is what Watkins is doing to us
That's
right
nice.
now.
I like that.
At some point in time, we're going to have enough puzzle pieces that we can solve the mystery.
And there will only be one grain of ricin on one of the pieces.
That's true.
All right, so we don't. This does not have a return address on it.
It
This
just
is
says suspicious package for Brandon, and then it's.
But yeah, actually, before you open that, let's just see what people may, because Tech Roo, apparently on the, he was watching here on online, and he said, "Is that a book in that box? I can't quite make it out. What kind of book is it?" Interesting. That's what Tech Roo said. Does anybody else? Let's just see if they have, if any of the jackholes have any suggestions for what it could be. What does it feel like when you squeeze it? What does it feel like?
It doesn't feel like a book per se.
No?
No.
It's not a book per se. At least it doesn't feel like a book per se.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say it's a frame of some sort.
A frame, perhaps.
Perhaps a frame.
See, no one else is guessing. Then bite me.
Their feed is behind.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Like they have to catch up to us.
Right.
So we can chat for a second if you want to wait and see.
We could dance.
You want to dance?
We could slow dance.
You want to? Oh, you want to?
Play some Journey and do some. We just
Don't you mean some Rush?
We could play that too. Rocky with an Eye says my spidey senses are tingling. Is it a book? Perhaps a coloring book?
Maybe.
Kirk Slightly Venomous Jackhole says it's a Da Vinci.
A Da Vinci.
That's what Kirk Slightly Venomous Jackhole is saying, that it's a Da Vinci. I don't know how these people they're getting awfully specific, and it's it's almost like they are prescient. Is that the right word? Prescient?
Prescient is the correct word.
Like being able to see things before they happen.
Or
so, Ron, before you open it, Ron, did you want any guesses as to what this? Because we're having the jackholes guess.
Yeah. I don't know, a picture frame maybe or something.
So stupid.
He was just listening to me.
Tech Roo just says yes, that's it. Da Vinci. Delhi style
Maybe
Rachel
it's a
profiling
picture
says
of Da Vinci.
Do I detect book feelery? So they're all saying it's a book and something Da Vinci. That is, I mean, these guys are the Jackhole Nation is amazing. They really are. I mean, if they are right, I will be.
Well,
I'll be stunned, quite frankly.
Here's the funny part.
Yeah,
I'm going to give away the answer right now.
What's that? What?
We're all right.
It
is indeed a book.
Yeah.
But it is a book.
Did you just look?
Of pictures. Of course I looked.
It's a book of pictures?
And yeah, it's like a book. It's a photo album, I guess.
Is it really?
That's what it looks
it's
like.
It's a photo album. So, Rule 5 Jackhole says it's Da Vinci. Larky F and Farkin, it's a pinup pic of Travis in his underpants. No, that already came.
That's not. It's Leonardo da Vinci's.
That is so freaky that the Jackholes knew it was. How the hell did they know it was Da Vinci book?
Did they know?
That is freakish.
So this is Leonardo da Vinci's Remarkable Machines. And it's by David Hawcock.
Oh, the Hawcock family.
Of the Hawcocks.
Oh, are they of the Columbus, Ohio Hawcocks?
No, the Georgia.
Oh, I see.
Georgia.
It's a pop-up book.
It is a pop-up book.
Well, look at it. It's popping up.
The acquisition of any knowledge is always useful to the intellect because it will be able to banish the useless things and retain those that are good. For nothing can be loved or hated until it is first known. Clearly, Leonardo da Vinci does not know about the internet.
Everything I say is a lie. I am lying.
Yes, you are.
Freak that one out. All right, look at that. There's a pop-up there. It's a Da Vinci book.
Look at this.
I want to just lay a little love at the feet of the Jackhole Nation because they came through in stunning fashion.
Yeah, look at that.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, I mean, I love them. That's like a little.
It's a tank.
That's a tank.
So
it looks like
he tried his
cart.
first. He tried his. He was the first to try to essentially create a tank, and you'll notice there's cannons.
Is that what those
sticking
are?
out of every side?
Looked phallic.
It is. Everything is phallic to Brad.
Depending on scale. I mean, if that's a.
It is to scale.
Aha! Well, then, yeah, it's phallic.
I can make armored cars safe and unassailable, which will enter the serried ranks of the enemy with their artillery, and behind these, the infantry will be able to follow quite unharmed and without any opposition, said Leonardo DiCaprio.
I like that. I think it's fascinating that they put a whole book together on Leonardo DiCaprio. And
yeah, it's amazing.
His little drawing thingy.
For sure.
That is so cool. What's the next one? Turn the page.
Okay, turn the
page.
Look at this.
Is that a flying machine?
Wow.
Is it flying?
It's flying.
Throw it and see if it flies. Wait, it looks expensive. Don't throw it. That is that's amazing. So if you're listening here, you've got a pop-up book, but not just your average kiddie pop-up book. This is a pop-up book for
Leonardo da Vinci's
for
invention.
grown-up people.
Yeah.
We're keeping Ron awake. He's in there yawning.
Once you have tasted flight, you will walk the earth with your eyes turned skyward.
I went to school with flight.
For there you have been, and there you will long to return.
See?
How was he?
Yeah. All I'm going to say is, oh, yeah.
Clearly, Leonardo da Vinci has never had to deal with the TSA.
Isn't that exactly right? And there's another pop-up there in the back. Ooh, what's that? That looks phallic.
Good God.
Does that not look phallic?
Brad.
Am I wrong?
There is nothing. What penises are you looking at if you think that this looks phallic?
Ron, can you please point out for our audience?
Doesn't look phallic to me.
Thank you, Ron. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Everywhere Brad goes, he just sees dicks.
I know. I'm seeing a bunch of right now. Let me tell you.
He runs through a forest of dicks.
You opened the door for him on that one, Brandon.
I'm surrounded by dicks. Let me just tell you.
Oh, that's why he keeps us around. He likes being around dicks. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication, said Leonardo DiCaprio.
Was there any relation to? Was Leonardo DiCaprio related to Leonardo da Vinci? I think he was.
Maybe.
Great grandfather.
What do we got here? What do we got?
What's that? What's that? Don't break it.
I'm trying not to break it.
Don't break it. Somebody spent a lot of money on that.
I'm trying to.
How much do you think a book like that would cost? I mean, you wouldn't get that at like a discount place.
I can tell you this: it's not cheaply put together.
No,
I mean,
that's not something you'd find like one of those Ollie's places or whatever.
Yeah, this
Ollie's,
is. I'm guessing that this goes up.
That's good stuff right there. That was a high end. That's
wait.
It's a machine. You're gonna break it, aren't you? Don't break it. Don't break it. That's expensive.
How do you do it?
I don't know. Maybe you need a fourth hand.
Oh, I see. You turn this, but it's a little stiff.
It's a machine.
It's a little stiff here. But I think what you do is you turn this.
Yes.
And it turns that, which turns that.
Right.
So that's fascinating.
Wow. You hit the jackpot with this one. I don't know who sent this one.
There's no name.
Doesn't say.
Yeah, there's no name.
It's just suspicious. Wow, it looks like a.
Double check the interior and see.
Suspicious. It looks like Chinese writing almost. Package almost looks like written in like.
Brad, I know whose handwriting that is.
It looks like something handicapped Jeff would write. I mean, that's. Except it's not in crayon, so it's not him. Huh. I don't know.
If you want to just like come in and kick him like a lot.
Pay good money for that.
He will. So he also, apparently Leonardo DiCaprio was into robotics. Look at this. This is cool. This is probably my favorite page.
That is very cool.
And there it is right there, man. Watch this. What I'm going to do it for you.
It's like the Terminator.
Yeah. So apparently he was trying to create an artificial intelligence, obviously. He said, experience never errs. It is only your judgment that err by promising themselves effects such as are not caused by your own experience.
You know what gets me is people who create these books. Because somebody has to
plan that out.
Figure out how that's going to work. Those little pop-ups like that. Especially the intricate ones like those.
Yeah. How do you know Da Vinci didn't do it himself? Could have been.
Maybe this is made
All right, Marie, I don't know what you're talking about. Real Brad Staggs ignores us, the Jackhole Nation on MeWe. I mean, may not play the game again if it has. I don't ignore you on MeWe.
If you take your eyes off of the MeWe chat for more than 5 minutes, they start complaining about the fact.
They forget that you're doing a radio show,
yeah,
I think.
I think it's, they it's the MeWe show, as we all know, and we have to pay attention. We just, what they want us to do is just read off their comments nonstop as they come. And that way,
quite frankly, they just don't send me enough pictures to keep my interest.
Send nudes.
Or me, Brad. Or me. Sorry.
You were being redundant when you said nudes. I said pictures, the same thing. So just keep that keep that in mind. So, oh yeah, we still haven't opened the eggs. That's from last Friday.
Last Friday actually.
Last Friday.
So we kept trying to get around to doing it, and then we kept running out of time. But now that we have time,
yes, we do.
I'm going to open some of these eggs.
Open those eggs.
So this one is an I Heart Fatties sticker.
Oh, look at that! That's so sweet.
That's for you.
That'd be Chubby Love.
Chub Love.
Chub Love. Who doesn't love a chubby? Right? Seriously. I mean, chubbies need love too.
Here's a tiny little egg here.
Oh, there's a little egg, a purple egg. Lavender.
Look at tiny Snickers.
That's
tiny Snickers.
the I Love Fatties.
Yeah, buddy.
That is the fun size right there. That's your fun size. I've never liked Snickers. Do you?
I love Snickers actually.
Do you?
Whenever I'm hungry and I have to have something,
Snickers really satisfies.
Snickers does satisfy. I will say that.
Snickers.
It'll hold me over.
It has the peanuts in it, right?
Uh-huh.
It's Milky Way that doesn't.
Oh, good.
What'd you get?
Here, that's for you.
Oh, it's a tumor.
Yeah.
It's not a tumor.
It looks like a tumor.
Yeah, so I opened up that egg for those of you who cannot see what's going on, and it is, in fact...
Looks like it's a
tumor.
It's not a tumor, it's a tuber.
Oh, it's a tuber!
Thank you. See, those 6 years of public school paid off.
Tiny golden potato.
Yes, it is. And if you look at it, it's got a face. Look, see the eyes and the little nose?
Oh, I can see Jesus.
I can anthropomorphize anything.
Here we go. Brad, this is for you. It's a rabies vaccine.
Do I have to get vaccinated before I can wear it?
Oh, you're not vaccinated already?
No, I'm sorry.
Damn. Parents not vaccinating their kids, man.
Where is this from? This is from Alabama.
Alabama.
You guys vaccinated for rabies in Alabama? Really?
We just kill everything that gets it here in Texas.
Wait a minute. Hold on. When did Alabama get indoor plumbing? Was that last year?
Oh, look at this. I love Alabama. Now we can finally keep track of Ron wherever he goes.
It's a poop bell. It's a little poop bell. He wears that. He wears that around his shoelace.
Yeah,
and we know
whenever
when he's
he
coming.
Disappears.
Right.
We know when he's coming and going.
Yes, exactly.
Number 2.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got here. See, the fun of this box here is that I'm having to sift through.
That is some nice packing right there.
A lot of packing. You want this packing?
Yes, I want that packing.
All right, then you will have the people who get your eBay packages are going to not just get a package. They're going to have a fun, festive time.
Which, by the way, on eBay, it's Brad Staggs, all one word. You can find my stuff there, and got some stuff ending tonight. May try to get some stuff on because for next week because kind of got behind schedule with the MoJo Con in town. You guys cost me money.
Here's a sticker for Dr. Sugar Shits.
Well, yes, it is. I think it's Sugar Chits, but Sugar Shiv.
Don't ruin it.
Shiv.
Don't ruin it for me, Brad.
Or is it Chivs? Is that an F or a T?
It could be shifts, but
shites. Sugar shites.
It's shits.
Sugar chits.
It's sugar shits.
What's a sugar shit?
Oh well,
$20. Save us downtown.
I'm sure there are more in here, but I'm having a really hard time finding them. Now I'm just groping around and packing.
Keep groping. While you're groping,
why don't you tell us about a sponsor?
Fine sponsor this half hour. If you are and this kind of comes with a free gadget story. The Loof Lighter is a charcoal lighting system that is not a flame. It uses intensely hot air to ignite charcoal, briquettes, wood, pretty much anything else you'd need to get grilling in 60 seconds. It's called the Loof Lighter. And I say that by way of telling you that the grilling sampler pack at MoJo Wild Rice is standing by to be shipped to your house. It does not contain a Loof Lighter. You'll have to get that separately. What it does contain is some seasonings, the salt-free garlic and herb seasoning for your meat, for your veggies, for your potatoes, for your dry or oil rubbed either way, or Northwood's jerk seasoning for some awesome flavor on pork, salmon, or you can get it on pork, you can get it on salmon or chicken, either dry or oil rubbed. Use the raspberry wine jelly. Raspberry wine. 17.
Hot
First July, saw everything. First taste of love. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
the sweet heat of our jalapeno pepper jam is perfect brushed.
It was
This is
strawberry
getting
wine.
this is getting sexy by the way. It's brushed
Sexy.
on.
It's getting sexy.
I'm sexy in a different commercial.
Perfect. It's like when you have a confused boner. It's like, this is sick, but why am I around? This is weird.
Another piece of the puzzle falls into place. You can add the maple sugar to your wet or dry rub. Before
Nope, too
grilling
easy.
for a great, I know that's just I'll just let that one slide right by. For great caramelization on any grilled meat, again, go to MoJoWildRice.com and use promo code Grill10. Grill10. That is Grill10. Maverick, we have a Grill10 flyby requested. Grill10. MoJoWildRice.com. Brought you this episode of Suspicious Package Friday. The address here, by the way, if you would like to send us a suspicious package for next Friday, is
6125 Airport Freeway, Suite 201A, Haltom City, Texas.
Haltom?
Haltom.
I barely knew him.
Haltom City, Texas, 76117.
At 76117. Or you can just send it care of the MoJo River, and it'll get here. It might. That would be kind of fun.
But if you send it down the MoJo River, it may not.
It
may
might.
not.
There's a shot at it getting here.
The radioactive bears who have started, by the way, a very, very nice and pleasant society made out of crude mud huts.
Yeah.
They may receive the
They
packages.
will still eat you.
Oh, yeah. Well,
They will eat you up. Do not touch the bears.
Yeah, don't pet them.
No.
Yeah.
Don't try to grab the salmon out of their paws. They will take you down.
They don't like that. They don't.
They
like
really
that.
don't. What is Larky effing farking yammering about?
He
Seriously,
says,
no,
"You sure it's not Sugar Tits?" That's AOC's nickname. I don't want to associate anything sexual with AOC.
Well, she is hot when she's not talking.
But see, here's the problem I have with women. You know, if they are proven to be
Careful.
Oh no. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead with this. I'm going to go ahead. No, I'm going to state some hard truths. I'm going to state some hard truths. All right. If you turn out to be an idiot and mean and self-absorbed and stuff like that, your hotness level just decreases to me. And I used to date. I'll tell you. I used to date this
Guy.
German girl who might have been. She could have been a picture-perfect model.
Could have been a guy.
No, I checked. Was not.
She kept insisting I called her Franz.
It was weird. I just called her the sauerkraut.
Yeah.
A lot.
Hell.
But she was not fun. She was mean. She was very, very, very leftist to the point where like she was offended a lot. And after a while, that good-looking girl just kind of became this like, ugh, I hate looking at you. You're the worst.
See?
My dad actually said something to me very poignant, and I it stuck with me the rest throughout my life.
He look at you in the eyes and go, "Run! Run!"
No, we were talking in the car about women and how complicated they can be, and he said, "What?" We lived on the island. We lived on the island. And there was a girl walking by in a bikini, and every now you'll find one that's just like, whoa, that I can't stop looking at that. And he goes, see that girl over there? I said, yeah. He goes, someone somewhere is sick of her shit.
Yes.
And
yes,
you know
they
what?
are.
That stuck with me.
And by the way, I will say that goes both ways.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's brilliant advice.
Yeah.
No matter how good looking they are,
somewhere
is tired of putting up with their crap. Yeah, yes, that's absolutely true.
Yeah.
Fun for a weekend, not so much for the rest of your life.
Exactly.
Should we wrap this?
Let's
week?
do it.
Let's wrap this week.
20 minutes, let's go!
That is it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the end of Doc Thompson's Daily Mojo. But before we go, as always, let's find out what we learned today, if anything. We learned that the pink zone is for the immediate unloading and loading only.
No, that's the green zone.
It's the pink zone, baby.
The green zone.
You said it was the pink zone.
Karen.
Uh-huh. We learned never steal a car in yellow snow, or maybe I'm conflating that with something else you do with yellow snow. It's possible.
I would just avoid yellow snow.
That's a good idea. And we learned a handicapped Jeff is part Doberman. See, that's a thinking man's joke. You got to just think about that one for a while.
He's making his way over here.
He's
to kick your ass.
By tomorrow,
Finally, it's happening.
By tomorrow,
he's
coming in here to kick your ass. He'll have a comment for that. We'll just have to wait until Tuesday before we hear it.
My God!
Wow, it's
kill him, Jeff. Kill him.
Okay, so Brandon, it's handicapped Jeff and Brandon Morse for the next 2.5 minutes. What do you want to talk about? Because he is muted. He ain't coming back on.
What did you?
You got such an ass whooping coming, man. I swear. You step outside that studio, man. I want to show you what handicap is.
How much extra do I have to
Nobody
pay?
can hear you, bro. Oh man, it sucks to be you right now, doesn't it?
Hey, Jeff, what did you learn, man?
I learned that Brad's an ass. Actually, I already knew that. I just sort of reaffirmed it on a daily basis.
I just learned that Madame Sujackal apparently writes rap songs, and the fact that I haven't heard anything from her, I'm disappointed. I want to hear her rap.
Yeah, so do I. Absolutely.
I want to hear that. I want to hear that. What else did I learn? Oh, yeah, I learned that, look, we have a incredibly great source of organs that we can get from teens doing internet challenges.
Sure.
Dying doing internet challenges. And you know what? Finally, the internet is good for something. That's what I say.
We should encourage it.
I think so, too.
Absolutely.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
Also, pawning your child off. I don't think it's such a bad idea.
It's like farming them out. Back in the day, people used to trade their kids.
Yes, they did. Yeah, they did. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Why did we stop that?
Well, because, I don't know, government?
It's just country, dude.
You're right.
I'm so sick and tired of this damn country. Also, as Supreme taught the world before them, Samsung knows now that they can literally sell a brick and you'll buy it.
I want to tell you something. Those phones, they're going to be legit.
Oh.
I mean, once they figure out exactly how to get
the
fold
wraparound
and not break and do all that stuff, I mean, it really is. We haven't seen anything yet.
Oh, for sure. No, I can't wait. I think that we're just now getting started with the technology thing going on. Did you reinstate Brad's?
No. Hell no. Nope. Not till Monday. Sorry.
Oh, the Leprechaun count. 420 said the bell count for today is 10 missing innuendo bells, 25 actual bells, and 0 horns. Remember, folks. Go ahead, Brad. You've been reinstated.
No.
You've been
You guys got it. You guys got it. Go ahead. Come on.
Oh!
Take it on down.
Live by Doc Thompson's 5 rules, and you, too, can live a life of peace and happiness unless you're Brad Staggs. We'll get to those numbers
the rest of it.
on procrastination once Doc Thompson comes back from his Florida vacation. For Ron Phillips, for Brad Staggs, thank you guys so much for the Suspicious Package Friday. This is one of the best ones we've ever seen. All right, I love this book. You guys are amazing.
That book, whoever sent that book, they are amazing.
That's right. Good night, Doc Thompson.
Hey,
wherever you are. See you guys.
This is the seditious, rabble-rousing, liberty-loving, home of